Oh, the microphone's on. Oh no, no. You got a family. You don't gotta do this shit, man. Like play YIIK, you mean? Or do you mean stream? Unfortunately, streaming is work for me, so I do have to work. Yeah, like having a family does not mean that you just get free stuff. I have to work. Yeah. I went a little overboard on the kids for Christmas too. So, yeah, I do have to work. Yeah. I did find Pokemon cards though, so I was able to get Pokemon cards. Yippee more yeek. Hasn't been too bad. Thanks for streaming today, Joe. You're welcome. I'll try and do a late night stream tomorrow as well. It's that or get drunk. Do 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 do. Merry Christmas, Koopo. Koopo Koopo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I got the kids a Switch too. I got it today. I got a copy of Mario Kart World, physical copy. I said I don't want the version that comes with it bundled in. I don't want this download code bullshit. So I got them a physical copy, and I also got them a copy of Kirby and the Forgotten World with the update, which they already have the old version, but Mila loves Kirby and she prefers to play games on the TV to the Switch, so I thought she might enjoy that. What did you guess? A YIIK stream. All right. I slept really well last night, but I have had a very physically active couple of days. Got up at 6 in the morning, immediately had to go to the grocery store, walked all the way there, which is a fair walk. It's like a 45-minute walk away. Walked there, walked back carrying a bunch of stuff. Had a meeting with some of the Jet Set elves. Then immediately had to go back out again. I also did like 2-3 rounds yesterday. So I've done a lot of walking. I'm pretty tired. My back is hurting me a bit, which my back doesn't usually hurt. Also kind of smell, so I think I was just sweating a little bit, or actually I smell okay now. Maybe I need to wash my hoodie. Maybe my hoodie was just kind of smelly. I need to wash my hoodie. Yeah. Don't say that, Joe. Walking for errands, pathologic reference. Yeah. Hey, Joe, I'm trying to fix the toilet refill tube on my toilet. So wish me good luck. Toilet refill tube. How'd it break? I like the mini theme. Can we hear? Yeah, give me a second. I'm just setting up my windows. Joe, are you a toilet pisser or just a sink pisser? I've been indoctrinated into the idea of gray water, so I actually piss into the tank, and then I flush, and then I can piss into the bowl, and it's just more efficient. You know, it just saves water. It costs you on the first flush, but after that, you're basically doubling your water. I think gray water systems, in case you don't know what gray water systems are the idea that a household produces a lot of water that isn't exactly wastewater, but is still not drinkable. And it's kind of insane that we live in such a world that okay, never mind. It's loud. It's kind of insane that we live in a situation where we have an abundance of drinking water to the point that we like use it for toilets. You know what I mean? It's like it's very wasteful that we do that. But so some people propose, and it's not very feasible, it's not very practical because it would require a whole other plumbing system inside your house. Some people propose that a lot of water that you use, like in your shower, like that you use to wash your dishes, that you use in the sink, anything like that, becomes the toilet water, and then you just use that water instead. But there's something kind of disgusting about that idea. I think I don't like it, man. Like it's imagine like opening your toilet to go to use it, and it smells like shower residue and stuff. It's like ugh. Like I don't know. I agree with it in theory, but in practice I would hate it. For washing dishes, no, after washing dishes. You don't wash your dishes with gray water. You need fresh water for that. Obviously the water needs to be clean, but that water that you use to wash your dishes would then go into a pipe system that would go to the toilet. It would smell bad all the time. Yeah, it would smell disgusting. Yeah. Gray water systems are still filtered, but not potable. Oh, are they still? Well, you can't filter out too much though. It would just be like some of the larger pieces, right? I don't know. Then now the filters are there. At what point is it worth it? Maybe that's why we don't have it. Maybe it's not worth it because of filters. How do you think we get drinking water? Filtering? Well, filtering is not all of it, but we're trying to cut down the amount of water that we use. So using another filter to make a gray water system doesn't seem feasible. It's also the idea that at-home filter is probably not going to be very efficient compared to what they can use like industrially, right? The same with power generation. That's why it's more environmentally friendly in order to have an electric car that has batteries, because it produces a lot less waste, or it's a lot more efficient for a huge power plant that's designed to make power than it is for your car to just burn gasoline. Although they've gotten a lot more efficient too, because like an electric car and a combustible car, they still use the same amount of energy to drive around, pretty much. So why would it be more environmentally safe to have like an electric car that still has to charge to something that's burning fuel somewhere else? And that's why, because they're more efficient at it. I'm sad that self-driving cars didn't come to fruition. I would like a self-driving car. Thoughts on fudge? I don't know if I ever had a good fudge. I think that fudge is one of those foods that always looks a lot better than it ends up being after a couple bites. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, some fudge. And then you're 2 bites in and you're like, meh. I don't know. I think maybe I just haven't any good fudge. Thoughts on caramel? I like caramel. I like caramel on some chocolate and stuff, yeah. It's good on ice cream? It is good on ice cream, yeah. Fudge ice cream's good. What the fuck is fudge? A fudge sundae. You ever had a fudge sundae? There's 2 different, there's probably more than 2, but there's like hot liquid fudge, and then there's like an actual fudge you can get it as a solid, like a chocolate bar, kind of. How's the holiday treating you? Fucking terrible. How about you? Have you ever had a reason to go on? I mean fudge? What? Go on fudge? Go on fudge boy? There was a, would it count as a slur? There was a slur in an insulting way to refer to gay people in a movie that used the word fudge. And I wonder, was that just from that movie, or was that just like ubiquitous around at the time? What movie was it? It was it Cruel Intentions? I think it was Cruel Intentions, like a movie around that era. You're thinking of the English word for cigarette? I'm not thinking of the English word for cigarette, no. Certainly heard it for abuse of media. Okay, it's not just that one movie then. All right. Has Packer after? Yeah. Talked about failure states being essential for games. What about puzzles and games built around getting the highest score that may not have them? Puzzles inherently have fail states because you haven't solved it yet. So trying to figure it out, or you move a piece in the wrong place, or Sudoku definitely has fail states. Yeah, those, like, it doesn't have to be like a hard fail state. The soft fail states count as well. So in some games, the fail state is simply you haven't succeeded yet. So there's a goal, you need to get there. You know, yeah. Highest built around getting the highest score. I guess the fail state there would be not getting the highest score. Like, you have a time limit and you have to get it to a certain level, like before the time limit, even if you're invincible. I would say that the fail state there would be you didn't get a higher score. Yeah. Favorite Christmas song? My favorite Christmas song has a slur in it. We're talking about slurs today. Fairy Tale in New York is my favorite Christmas song. Don't listen to that unless someone else is around you. It was Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank. What's your favorite Christmas food? Probably the turkey. I like the turkey. How bad of a slur? The F1. Product of its time, the song. It is a really good song. Did you see the new Big Top Burger episode 45 minutes ago? I did not. I like Big Top Burger. I'd like to see it. What does Almost Christmas mean? Do we have to bloot that out tonight? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. So like Green Day, American Idiot. American Idiot uses it to critique the usage of it, whereas in Fairy Tale in New York, I'm pretty sure one character is just mad at the other character and is trying to be inflammatory. It is used in an emasculating way, unfortunately. The 2 characters are mad at each other and the relationship that has gone sour. There's a couple amazing Devil songs that are like that. I really love duets. Duets are probably my favorite form of music. I like it when there are 2 singers. I couldn't tell you why, but I really like duets. Have a nice Christmas, I will try. Thank you, Esef, for the 11 months, right when the stream started. Preemptive, yes, we scran. Merry Christmas, Joe. Is there going to be a special Christmas Scrandle tomorrow? With 3 joms. Thank you, Kefla, for the 1,000 bits, which I read earlier. Merry Christmas, Kupo. Do. Thank you very much. This music's a little bit loud for me. Is it okay for everyone else? Plus, the Green Day singer is bisexual, so I feel like he gets a pass. I think the Green Day's usage, even if he wasn't bisexual, I think the usage of that is artistic and it's fine. But let's not get into politics. I did not know that that Bam Margera was bisexual. Huh. Okay. It's not loud right now, but the song's kind of chill, so it's hard to say. Okay. Thank you, Daddy's Jizzies, for the 37 months. If YIIK was a scran, would it beat a bowl of nothing? Yes, I think so. Yep. All good artists are bi. Oh, see, that's my problem. God damn it. Thank you, Daddy's Jizzies. Thank you, Not So Neato, for 13 months. Almost YIIKmas means it wasn't YIIKmas. Hajime. We have to play YIIK, Hajime. Thank you, The Last Curry Rice, for the 13 months. You are at a restaurant and just ate a dish with extraordinarily delicious sauce. There's plenty of sauce, but no food remaining on the dish, and you're full. Do you get the sauce to go? Extraordinarily delicious sauce. I think I would take it home and use it on something. If it's that delicious, it sounds like it's a find. The more time passes, the further from Nagito that voices sound like. I know, yeah. It's my own kind of weird drunk voice now. Well, I was never really good at it anyway. Good thing 2x2 is coming out and we can refresh the Nagito voice. Thank you, Gourmet Selection, for the 28 months. Would you take the sauce home? Whoop! Thanks for the streams and happy holidays. Started reading House of Leaves because you mentioned it a few times. Did you like it? Or are you liking it so far? House of Leaves is I need to reread it at some point. I read it a long time ago. I enjoyed it, but it is a bit it's a bit of an odd duck, to put it lightly. I hope you hear the lady who voices OG Nagito someday. A lady voices Nagito? I did not know that. Or is it just the Japanese VA? Horniest book I've read, House of Leaves? Yes, it is extremely horny. In a really pathetic, depressing way. Yep, it's very horny. Thank you, Delete TF, for the 12 months. 1 year of streams on YIIKmas. Thanks for all the streams. Hopefully this next year will be as good as this one. I'm glad you had a pretty good year, Delete TF. It would be fucked up if Nigo just sounded like a normal guy, yeah. If you read House of Leaves, I highly encourage you to play the myhouse.wad Doom mod, truly a masterpiece. Yeah, some people have brought that up before when we speak about House of Leaves. It's still daunting, but I'm getting into it. It reminds me of Alan Wake a lot, weirdly enough. Probably the metafiction aspect of it, that it's about someone constructing a story. Yeah, makes sense. Fun House of Leaves story. I read the book and then later was rereading part of it because it's confusing and accidentally left it on the front porch of someone's apartment at the complex I lived at. That book just showed up for someone I know. Oh, that's a cool story. In one of the apartment buildings I lived in, there was a leave a book, take a book, leave a book situation in the laundry room. I don't know why. I don't know who started it. I don't know who kept it up to date. But there was a bunch of books down there, and one of them that I found down there was Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency by Douglas Adams, which is the only book by Douglas Adams that I've read because I found it down there. I should really read Hitchhiker's Guide at some point. Yeah, and what was really, really spooky about this is that my mom lived in that building for a while too. We actually took over the lease of her apartment after she left. So one day I go down there to the library, and there was a book down there, and it was called, people know this book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And inside of the cover was a note, and it was addressed to someone, I can't remember the name, and it was basically saying like, this is the book. You know, this book is really important. I hope that you really enjoy it. It changed my outlook of a bunch of things, and here you go. And at the bottom it was signed Sarah, and my mom's name was Sarah, and she had a really weird way of writing the S, and it was in that book, it was written like that. So I took this, like, my mom also read a lot, so I took this to be that my mom had loaned the book out to someone or gave the book to someone in the building, and then it wound its way back there because she used to live in the building too. So I took the book and I said to her, hey, I got this book back that you used to have, and she just outright refused to admit that it was her book, or she was telling the truth and there was someone in the building that signed her name in the exact same way as my mom did, and I still don't know to this day which it is. I don't know why I'm telling this story. It doesn't really have a punchline. It's just kind of a little spooky. I have no idea what was going on with that. I still have the book somewhere actually. My mom had a way of writing the S in her name that it kind of looked like a diamond, and that's how the S was in that name too. Could be your mom's doppelganger? Maybe. That was from her Soul Survivor. Sometimes parents just refuse to remember things. Yeah, like birthdays. Are you interested in Owlcat games at all? Which one are the Owlcat games again? Pathfinder games? I could play it at some point, yeah. I don't know. Pathfinder and Warhammer 40k CRPGs. Well, if I'm ever going to be friends with Henry Cavill, I have to get into Warhammer 40k. So I guess, you know, I'll have to do it for the Vine. Thank you, Cryburst, for the 33 months. For those who sub after. Merry almost Christmas, Joe. I beat Metaphor yesterday and now officially can become an obnoxious Metaphor fixes this poster. I think we're going to do Metaphor in January. I think we're going to start the year off with Metaphor. It might be the end of January, but I think we're going to start it off like that. Get into 2026, hit the ground running. Let's kill the meme. The House of Leaves writer's sister made music for Alan Wake 2, and he, the writer, said he liked Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is a very easy game to like, so it doesn't surprise me. Is House of Leaves a good book to start reading with? I think it's an interesting premise, but it is kind of heavy on the porn. It gets brought up a lot on stream. Not at all? It's not that complex. Wonder if The Princess Bride would be a good first book to read. And then you have the movie to watch afterwards. I haven't seen the movie. I've only read it. It's because your chat is full of Redditors. House of Leaves was kind of like the Time Traveler's Wife, that at a certain point it was like everyone was reading it. Princess Bride is a book? It is a book. It was a book first, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've only read the book. Vonnegut is an easy start. He doesn't use complex words or anything, and the chapters are short. Meh, I don't know. I love Vonnegut. I don't know if I would suggest to start reading with Vonnegut. Time Traveler's Wife also had some weird horniness. I don't remember it being very horny. Had some horniness to it, for sure. A lot of books are pretty horny. Writers are horny, typically. Have you read Finnegan's Wake? I'm not that woke yet, sorry. I haven't actually, I would like to. Kind of worried that I won't like it. I read Portrait. Would you play Stellar Blade if I told you had great gameplay and story? I'm probably going to play Stellar Blade anyway, yeah, because the main character's hot. House of Leaves gave me some weird nightmares. Did it really? I think I had one nightmare from House of Leaves. Lots of difficult words, complex perspective switching, big use of round sentences and footnotes. I think if you're getting back to reading, it's a tough start. Is it really? Okay, maybe it's not a good idea then. Have you read Metamorphosis? I have not read Metamorphosis, no. What are your top 5 letters? T, because it starts with my name. And then just probably the vowels after that. I'm a big vowel enjoyer. For what I understand, the main character of House of Leaves is a sexist perv who objectifies like every woman he sees, and it definitely makes her uncomfortable reading at times. Yeah, he's kind of like Alex from YIIK. Yeah, he's a bad person in a bad place, and almost all of it is probably not true. Yeah, but he's not in the book very much. You'd be surprised how hard it is to follow a story when you're not used to reading. Even just visualizing a scene is a challenge for infrequent readers. Really? Really? But we just read all the time. Alcat are also making The Expanse third-person RPG, so maybe a good start for you. I'm done with The Expanse. Everyone's made fun of me too much for liking The Expanse. I'm done. Have you read The Stranger? I don't think so. How many trees do you think are in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? 89,000. Have you read Dune? I have not read Dune. No. I have not read Dune. Thank you, Barbar loves you too for the resub. 12 months. Merry Christmas. Here's to another okay year in 2026. We're just yapping today, apparently. Thank you very much for the 1 year. And Merry Christmas to you as well. Thank you, the Great Peanut, for the bits. More Peakmas. I love how boring this game has turned out to be because I like seeing the YouTube comments on VOD suffering. It's been boring because I was really tired last time and I wasn't talking enough during the combat. This is why having Mouse here for the first stream was really good, because we could just talk and yap when the combat's going on. Whereas when the combat's going, it just takes too long and gives me nothing. So I need to find some filler stuff to talk about when the combat's going. Does reading magic cards count? We could maybe. I had a dream when I was the MC from House of Leaves, and I went to sleep in a dream, and as I feel asleep, I woke up IRL, and for a little while I felt like me IRL was a dream of that character. Oh, that's interesting. We could warn you of upcoming combat heavy areas, but no one here has played it. Joe, do you have any ideas what could bring the stealth genre back to the mainstream? I think the stealth genre is fundamentally broken to the point that if you ever really got a stealth game that has the quality of life, ease of access that you need to bring something into mainstream, that it would probably be a puzzle game from then on instead of a stealth game. If you want a stealth game to hit enough people that they enjoy it, it needs to have like Sands of Time rewind powers, also fast forward powers. You probably need to make it more clear where the visualization cones are. You need to really bring the punishment down. If you want to bring the difficulty up, like it's gonna have to be like reloading like Celeste screens are. Yeah, it's just really frustrating and it requires a lot of patience. It can be fun, but yeah. Thank Thank you, DiGiorno, for 1,225 bits. Suspicious amount of bits. Was originally excited to catch all of YIIK's live, but I've unfortunately found that I'm not much in the mood for live streams at the moment. So off to the VOD minds for me. Thanks for a year of laughs and chat banter, and have a very YIIKmas. I can respect that. I'm sorry if it's my fault or, you know, something happened. But, you know, if you just want to be able to control things at your pace and pause or fast forward, I can understand that, yeah. Hopefully it's still, you know, tolerable, and you enjoy YIIK through the power of VODs. Have you looked up the content you skipped in Echoes of the Eye? I didn't skip anything, Echoes. What are we talking about? I don't need to look up for that. Thank you, Moa, for 20 gift subs. Thank you very much, Moa. 18 minutes ago. Almost one for every minute. Thank you very much, Moa. Merry Christmas. Did you manage to do your Christmas shopping? Yes, I got everything done. And they all have the same amount of presents, except for Leo, who has one more present than everyone else. So we might just take one present away, and it's his birthday in February, and it'll just be like, oh, whoops, it's now a birthday present. So we'll see. We didn't even try to balance it monetarily, though. That is just no. No fucking way. So yeah, the amount of things to open is equal, but cost of it, like yeah, fuck that. One Christmas, I can't remember which child it was. It was either Leo or Mila. I'm pretty sure it was Mila. Yeah, it was Mila. Mila is my youngest child, and when Mila was 2, it was Christmas, and we were like, she's 2, she's probably not going to understand what's going on. We don't need to get her as many presents as the others. It's going to be kind of lost to her. She's going to get overwhelmed. She's not really going to get it. And then Christmas morning came, and she really got it. She understood, and I felt so bad. I was like, oh, like the other kids, the 3 we had before, they didn't understand it too. They were just like, I'm just happy to be here, drool, 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 and like, and Mila really understood. She wasn't upset. She didn't realize that she had gotten a lot less presents. Like there was no issue. There was no tantrum or anything like that. But like she doesn't remember that or anything like that. But like yeah, I guess like she just learned a lot from the older siblings and seeing them. But yeah, she had less presents that year. You got some smart kids, double-edged sword. They're so smart. They're so smart. One of them, I'm not going to say who because I don't want it to like if they ever watch the VOD one day. One of them I think is legit a genius. Like one of them is just like, oh my god. Like the way they can just pick up concepts and ideas, like especially compared to some of the other ones who I think they're all smart, but one of them is just legit like I am so scared how quickly you just understood that. Just like what the hell? Like it's terrifying. Can you say the name of the dumbest one of your kids for posterity? The dumbest one of my kids is always the one I'm interacting with because I bring the whole, you know, level down. Did you get them clothes for Christmas? No, unless you count Christmas Eve. On Christmas Eve, they all get a new pair of pajamas, but no clothes for Christmas. I like getting clothes for Christmas. I love getting socks for Christmas. Underwear, hoodie. I love getting clothes for Christmas. I didn't when I was a kid, but now I do. Thank you, Altal RRR for the 13 months. It's funny, AA has 2 lingering memes and they are both related to Christmas. 2? What's the other one? Merry Christmas. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Oh, and the gun. Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's true. Yep. Both from the same case. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Kohakiyama, for the 24 months. 2 years. Would Henry survive the Witcher universe? Oh, I'm a Witcher now. Oh, I'm Witcher Henry. No, absolutely not. No. Like he's just conjunction of the spheres into the Witcher universe. He's pretty good with a sword. I feel like the people of the Witcher universe are just generally more malnourished than Henry is. Like, so he'd probably be quite healthy compared to everyone and more well-built. So he'd probably be fine, but he might die against his first monster. I don't know. Depends on what he goes up against. Oh, I'm a Witcher now. Thank you to Mint Oat Milk as well to take us home for the new sub. Thank you very much, Mint Oat Milk. I prefer almond milk myself. I got some cocoa powder instead of hot chocolate packets, and I'm gonna make my own hot chocolate with stevia and cocoa powder with some almond milk, and I'm gonna see if I like it because I can know for sure it's gluten free. What's the deadliest monster Henry could fight in the Witcher universe? Could definitely take a drowner. Could definitely take. Definitely a necker. But no, he'd die for a bear. Ghoul? Nah, no way. You need Axie to make it so you can do proper damage to ghouls. Unless he doesn't get hit. What about a water hag? Nope, dead to a water hag, easy. Yeah, oh, that's a good question. Does his button prompts work? Is he able to get parries and stuff? Noonwraith or whatever? Nah, I don't think so. Harpy? He might be able to take a harpy down. Harpies aren't too bad. Should I make the stream what I missed? Nothing, we just yapped until right now. Now we're just doing laps in the living room. This is the most amount of exercise Alex is going to get today. I've read all these books already. Okay, K didn't work the first time there, and last time we streamed it worked. So I wonder if the NVIDIA control panel settings have been reset, that it's not capped at 60 frames per second anymore. That kind of sucks, if true. All the good channels are blocked. Okay, how's the sound? Are we good? What were we meant to do last time? Get a job? What happened last stream? Last stream we found out that Yella is from a different dimension, and that it's kind of like Kingdom Hearts, weirdly, where people can like they can leave their bodies, go to a different dimension, go soul surfing, and then end up somewhere else. So my guess is that that Yella committed suicide in another dimension, and instead of going to the afterlife, her soul went drifting through the universe, and then she came across another version of herself, and the body was an empty vessel, and she ended up inhabiting that body, because she said it was too personal to talk to them about what happened. Yeah, and then we found out that you can find different versions of you that are called soul survivors, and Rory found one of himself in the sewers, and he thought it was his sister, but it wasn't. It was him. And then a golden alpaca showed up and fought us, and I don't really understand why we didn't talk about that afterwards. Lemonade. Yeah, I don't know about that. That was weird. Again though, just to reiterate, so far the game hasn't been terrible at all. Some of the writing has been pretty bad, but a lot of it could be easily cleaned up with editing. The worst part about it that is terrible is the gameplay. And even there, the gameplay could be tidied up. This is a really interesting experience as someone who likes to critique games, because as of now, having done 2 streams of it, there's no better example that I can think of a game that could benefit so much from just a couple of editing passes, and hopefully the patches do that, because like it activates this area of my brain which is like did they even play their own game? And I don't mean the writing and the story. I mean the turn-based combat. Like I don't understand how you can make this system play that and think, yeah, that's okay. Like just like holy shit, like it's so slow. There's so much of it. I don't get it. But maybe they didn't have time. Maybe they had a deadline or whatever, or fixing it would be too difficult. Like I have no idea. You could do if you have an ego. I don't really have much of an ego, so maybe it's unthinkable to me to do such things. That will explain a lot of things in my life, actually. Things I don't understand. An out-of-tune piano. Alex spotted something. Obtain 21. Oh, it's our job. Okay, at the very end, we spoke to our mom. Sorry, we were really rude to Rory and said something along the lines of, like, no one gives a shit that your sister died right now. Like, we're busy freaking out because we just got attacked. Let's talk about it in a second. And then we came home. No one's talking to us because we were really rude about that. And except for our panda friend, I don't really understand where the panda friend comes into it. And then we spoke to mom, and mom said that she lost her job. And now we're going to have to go find a job now too. And one of the reasons why she doesn't have a lot of savings is because Alex took an extra year to graduate from university. So the mom had to pay for that. Yeah, it remains to be seen right now if the mom is a bad parent. Because just because a parent is providing for their child and is, paid for the university and everything, doesn't mean they're a good parent. It could be like bait, guilt, a bribe. It could be like that she's gonna hold this over his head forever and ever. Like who knows? So far it seems like she is a good mother, but it's hard to tell. I don't know. I'm worried that Alex is going to be possibly one of the worst characters you can have in a story, which is that he's an asshole, but he doesn't even have a good reason to be an asshole. Like sometimes, that saying, hurt people. A lot of behavior that people do is like, it's not an excuse, but it can be explained. So someone is bad in this way because something bad was done to them, or have to go through a hardship, or blah, 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 Um, Alex doesn't seem like anything bad has ever happened to him in his whole entire life. There's a Florence lyric like that. Florence has a lyric, so I'm freaking out in the middle of the street with the complete conviction of someone who's never had anything actually really bad happen to them. Yeah, Alex doesn't seem to be anything's ever interesting has ever happened to Alex. What are the? I remember reading something about. Was it an article? Was it a writer said that they were part of a university degree or whatever? There was someone who was worked under Professor TA, and they, or maybe it was just a professor, and they were saying that having teaching English in university, first year university, was like for creative writing was really really fucking frustrating because you'd get them to write a story and the only bad things that they've ever experienced in their entire life were either a bad relationship or a grandparent dying. So you had all these stories from these really privileged people that their parents were paying for the degree that had never gone through any true hardship in their entire life, except for maybe a bad breakup or one of their grandparents passing away. So that's all they knew what to write about. Which is, hey, congratulations. It's kind of weird how we dislike people like that, but at the same time, it's like, hey, you had a good life. That's good. Bum 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 bum. I wait for them until they act like Alex. If that's how he is, yeah, we'll see. Like, he wasn't wrong. They had more pressing things to think about than Rory continuing to be sad about his sister. But you don't say it in that way, right? I would say also no music. There should be music. I would also say that everyone else was also a problem in that scene. Is it really quiet? I feel like no one was really taking that situation seriously, and it makes me wonder. Like, Michael didn't say a word. I don't know. It comes back to the Expedition 333 problem again, which is that are they trying to make a point, or is it just bad character writing? Like, I don't know. Anyway, is it okay now, the sound? Have you ever played Mother 3? I haven't, no. Wish I was an only child like you, Alex. Then I could have all the cool toys you got growing up. Having to split your parents' hard-earned money with other kids sucks. What? You were talking about our sister last time we spoke to you. It could still be a little louder. Do you want to know? The dev has some interesting quotes about that. About what? I don't want anything that's spoilery. Still waiting on my bus. Pretty sure that once I've managed to finally get on this bus, I will be one step closer to happiness. True. Upset housewife. My husband parked here before going on a business trip. I moved the car, but he took the keys with him. Isn't that the same line as last time? All right, where are we getting a job? Let's see if we can get a job at the arcade. Looks like a job for Gail. Man. Imagine if you were really named Gail. You could just get jobs all over the place. So easy. Fast food job. I had a fast food job for a while. It sucked. Thank you again, please soon for the bits. Hey Joe, sorry to make a serious message, but I've been doing a yearly performance review for this new Tom guy, and I think we gotta let him go. The LED podcast is not a good culture fit. We can keep him on till the new year, but I have a replacement lined up on the 1st. There's this other streamer called Joseph Anderson. Apparently he's secretly funded by Coke Zero, and what a callback. So we'll be able to move locations from Moncton. Anyway, Merry Christmas, thanks for the streams. I should go get a Coke Zero. I would kill for a Coke Zero. Should I train Gatsby to go get me Coke Zeros from the fridge? That would be good, right? And thank you, Lassisis, for the bits. Merry Yeekmas, are you intrigued by the story about a jobless, socially awkward guy who is rude to his friends, getting tangled in a conspiracy involving delusions, parallel universes, urban legends, and internet forums at which there was no gameplay? Then may I recommend this little-known hidden gem called Stinksgate. Everything is Steinsgate. What do you want? I want nothing from you, vampire weirdos. What time is it? Time to go away. Away. Time to go to watch. What do you want? I want nothing from you, vampire weirdos. Psh, really nice. Someday you too will know the taste of unquenchable sadness. Okay. How are your dogs? I only have one dog because when Lily and I divorced, the dogs also got divorced. So Yoshi is at the house and Gatsby's here with me. But they're both doing pretty good. Why is this one longer than the other for? Dog divorce. Sorry, Alex, but the owner refused to hire any friends of employees. Plus, I'm still mad at you after the way you acted to Rory. So we're friends. Gatsby has a little bit of an eye infection going on right now, but he's been taking antibiotics, and I've been giving him drops a few times a day, and they're looking a bit better, but he's still a little scabby. I tried to get one of the scabs off his eyes this morning, and it started bleeding again, so they're not ready to come off. Stuffed Grandpa. That's me. Oh yeah, I paid. I just eat here every day. What? Do you think I'm some sort of crazy man who would sit here for months on end? You'd be right. Is he still in the cone? No, he's out of the cone. I should probably put it back into it, actually. I don't like leaving him alone while he's with the cone on, because I think he might just die. He's... or he might get stuck somewhere and destroy the apartment getting out. My girlfriend loves all these toppings, but I just like cheese. I wonder if it'll ever work out between us. No, no way. Absolutely not. What will you do? Ask about job. Trust me, it's not worth your time working here. Okay. It's pretty unrealistic, actually, this section, that he's actually looking for a job. So you think you have the skills required to flip burgers? I was an apprentice for years, learning everything about the sacred art of burger flipping. I doubt you've ever flipped a burger in your life. Okay, so I guess it's not, unless we have to talk again. Welcome to Burger Joint. Nope, okay. Sports. I'm not quite sure if you were the right person for the position. Oh, okay. Sorry, is the game really expecting me to just go to every single store and ask about a job, or did I miss like a hint somewhere? Jane Garter Memorial Park. I'm doing the public a favor. I've got loads of samples and plenty of patience. Huh. Skull or cassette? Oh my god, it's timed. Holy shit. Okay. Oh, the record store. Yeah, that was the next place I was gonna check. Might as well try in here. Smoking inside? What the hell? Looking for a job? Sorry, but I don't think your skill set includes knowledge about cameras. If your friend Michael was the one asking, however. Oh, okay. That's enough job hunting for one day. I should head home and get some sleep. What? We only went to a couple of places. Okay, that actually is really realistic. All right, cool. All right, well done, game.
Hey, Alex, it's you. No, I already said there was no time for that. Okay, look, kiddo, I gotta go. Say hi to your sister for me.
Mark Wahlberg? How's the sound of talking now that we're hearing something?
I couldn't deal with this. I was going to unplug this phone. I winced every time this stupid thing rang.
What the fuck? I want to go job hunting. No, man. I wish some video game player would take over my life and make me do all the things that I should be doing. That would be nice. Table set for 6. Been a while since we've eaten as a family. 6? That's what DOMs are for, I think. DOMs. Daddy big bucks? You gotta try this. You can earn 22,000 or more in the next 120 days just by sending email. See impossible? Read on for details. No, there is no catch. Print this for future reference, so you'll have many regrets. Following income opportunity is a once-in-a-lifetime type. A fairy tale in the making. Have you ever dreamed of economic triumph, a yacht, a speedboat, or other nautical expressions of success? All this can be yours in a few simple styles. It can be started with very little investment. and the income return is shockingly tremendous. This is a legitimate legal wealth conceiving opportunity. It does not require you to come into contact outside people, do any hard work unless you count clicking and smart investing among difficult tasks, and most astonishing of all, you never have to leave your giant mansion except to walk to your mailbox, collect your giant check. If you like if you're like 1 in 7 Americans, you believe that someday you'll get the big break, the one that will make your wife touch you again, and your dad finally say he loves you. This is that which you've been waiting for. This is it. This was it. Simply follow the instructions and your dreams will come true. If you'd like to make at least 46,000 in less than 9 days, please read the enclosed program, then read it again. Simply forward this email to 10 friends and request that they send 6 payments of $126 to that shit. Make sure they include your name on the check memo and to make it out to cash. Once 10 of your friends have sent their payments, we'll be in touch your huge cut of profits. We'll take their investment and use our expect financer skills to distribute the wealth to our GHO, Inc., RSDF, and barbecue funds. Within 3 weeks, you'll see a return of 50% of your initial invest. Act now. Seems legit. Death. Beware users of 56k modems. Work quickly or death is coming. Death is coming for you. 514. Beware, you will perish. Beware use of 56k modems. Work quickly or death will overcome you. If you do not send this email to 15 people in 25 minutes, these actually existed, by the way. If you do not send this email to 15 people in 25 minutes, you do not send this email to 15 minutes, 25 minutes, you do not send this email to 15 to 20 minutes, you will overcome you. 5-4, you will overcome you. 5. Okay. Still do? Do they really? I don't check my email. Ghost sitting in Windtown, just having a break. Bear's necessity. You got those bear necessities. Mouse, you want to take this one first? Aw. Strange things are happening here in Windtown. Our little redneck side of the tracks has been experiencing some serious supernatural happenings. I'm convinced that there is a ghost in this town. Just check out the warning signs. 1. Extreme temperature changes. This town is up in the mountains and is generally pretty chilly. However, at nights near the graveyard, within 50 minutes, there is a 10 to 15 degree jump and decline near this one grave. Pretty freaky, huh? 2. Electricity issues randomly. The lights flicker on all the mobile homes, but only after a burial. Man, fucking supernatural things they just fucking hate electricity, huh? They hate it. They hate lights. Just make everything just kind of wonky and weird. Remember when you used to, if you ever got a call next to your monitor with your cell phones, that the whole monitor before the call came in would just go, and there would be this weird visual distortion, and then like 5 seconds later your cell phone would start ringing? Was that because of CRT monitors, or is it because of the frequency of the cell phones at the time? It was because of CRT? Electrical interference. True. The lights flicker on all the mobile homes, but only after a burial. We've had a few deaths in the lately, so any disturbances in the ground at the cemetery results in the power going on the fritz. 3. Strange smells late at night. If you're in the park, there's a really odd sweat smell of rotten fruit. 4. Unexplained sounds late at night. When I'm hanging out in my yard, I can hear the sounds of crunching metal. I've lived in this town since I was a kid, and I've always hung out in the yard at night. These are new. They weren't here before the recent string of burials. What about you guys? Any ghosts in your town? Superb Pudding. Superb Pudding is the one that we think is Semi-Pac, right? Superb Pudding has the same initials, SP as well. SP, Superb Pudding. Spotted ghost near strip mall west of Easton. Scary stuff. Spooked me. I think it wants to be my friend. Did you actually speak to the ghost? I am the ghost! Come see me, I'll tell you a story. Woo, 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 woo. Why has it got fire on it? Did it get updated with a new one? Or is it just like, lots of people are checking it? Reporting back from KNN. By Novel Granola. Just got back from a trip to the KNN, and this is what I found. The KNN building is on a highway that is more or less a local road. North of the KNN is EU. Wow. And it's local. And south of it will get you on a highway to go to the city. Across the stress from the KNN is a toy store, but it's not in direct eyesight. There is a bus stop, but it's about 3-4 miles north of the KNN, and I doubt Sammy walked that based on the high heels she was wearing in the elevator video. So I went to the toy store and I asked a few questions. This is where it gets interesting. They had never heard of the elevator girl video. I showed them, I've been carrying it around on a zip disk, and they were wondering why they weren't showing it on the news. Yeah, that's a good point. So after working up the courage, I walked over to the KNN and offered them the video of Sammy, but they just sent me away. Literally told me they weren't interested. Weird thing is, there were missing posters for Sammy around the area. I assume the KNN was responsible for putting them up, but now I think about it, they really couldn't care less about her. She wasn't a long-time employee, and she didn't vanish on their property. So it's probably just a giant headache for them that all these internet kids keep popping up and bothering them. If we don't bother them, who will? Literally no one is reporting on this. No one cares besides Onisim. I want this girl to be found, but more importantly, I want the world to know that she is missing. More importantly. Hoax, sense opulent owl. Hoax. Great argument. You really changed my opinion. Hoax, 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 hoax. Who? I think the speaker buzz when a call is coming in is really neat because it shows how the radio usage goes up significantly before the call properly goes through. Yep. I thought it was fun too. Expensive Dick says, so obviously the timestamp is funky. We all know that. So I think we need to ask about the origin of the video. Obviously, whoever uploaded it has access to the security camera that it was originally filmed on. Whoever uploaded it likely altered the timestamp. Think about it. They've got access to the raw footage and video software. It would be easy for them to scramble the numbers or replace them. I thought about this too. But at this point, this is all speculation. What good does it actually do? We need to find out what building it was taken in before we can figure out who uploaded it. The only way to do this is to figure out which building she has access to. Everything you're saying there is assuming that Sammy left at 1:12 p.m. and that the footage is actually from that day. What proof do we have that the footage was uploaded that day or taken that day? The footage was posted by Reaction Nod the same day that we know Sammy went missing based on the missing persons poster. I don't think anyone believes that footage wasn't from that day. What we need is security footage from KNN to see if Sammy was wearing the same outfit. That would help us establish for certain that the footage is from the 4th. Well, no. I think it's time I pay another visit to KNN. I'll go tomorrow. I'll post what I find. If there is any specifics you want asked, let me know. Ask about the hoax. Find out about how Sammy is a hoax. Hoax. Okay, going a little too hard on the hoax bit. Vivid Appears says, elevator footage questions. I've been thinking a lot about Elevator Girl. Yes, I know her name, but she'll always be EG to me. And I've been debating my friends over this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to do EG? For me, it's a solid 4 inches because that's all I've got to offer. A 4 isn't bad for a girl of 92 pounds. Thank you for the bits, Dominic. Opulent Owl, hoax. Other missing people. Paper Shivers. It's pretty clear from the footage's reaction that people are upset more people aren't covering Sammy's disappearance. Has anyone else ever had a friend or family member vanish that wasn't reported? This is all too common. When I was younger, my brother went missing. He got a blurb in the newspaper and nothing more. My dad still hands out flyers, and it's been over 10 years. Kid's gone, and we'll probably never know where he went, you know? Sometimes I think he's still out there, like I can feel him, but still nothing. I took your brother. He's in my basement. He isn't as sexy as he used to be, but he'll do. What the fuck? Dude! Is Dre down there too? Opulent Owl says, sorry to hear about your brother. I had a cousin who disappeared when I was younger, but they found him. He ran away and came back. My aunt and uncle never really explained where he ran off to. I think they thought it brought too much shame to the family. Formal warning, pics or it didn't happen. Michael! What the fuck, Michael? Okay, is it a real, like, formal warning and he's just trying to keep it funny, or what? Worse than Alex? Yeah, what the fuck, man? You fucking people on here are insane. Sometimes you're cool and you're helping with the EG, and other times you just make jokes about kidnapping people's kid brothers. Fuck you. Smile, you're just like your kid brother. Okay, reaction not full warning number 2. I don't want to have to ban you, but I will. We don't joke about kidnapping kids unless we've got photographic evidence to prove it. My sister went missing. No one really seemed to care. There are no more replies to this post. Did you type that? You typed at the end, there are no more replies to this post? Is Bear's Necessity Rory? Wasn't there a post there, or did Michael contact him directly? Can't remember how we got that. Stop signs alive at night. This is from Michael. So I've been getting home later and later each night. Been doing a pretty epic quest with SNESman99. I thought we weren't talking, so I'm not really home these days. I've noticed something weird though. When I get back home, the street signs appear to have moved. I know it sounds weird, but I think the street signs have come to life and are moving around. If anyone can go to Birch Street in Frankton and confirm that the street signs are alive, I'd like to know I'm not batshit crazy. Are they moving? Maybe we're morbing. Okay, we read these before. If only he could take a photo to verify. Yeah, he has a camera. He could do that. Yep, that's the bathroom. Where's your sister's room? Huh. Are there bedrooms downstairs? Couldn't we go through this door before to go out to the backyard? What's this door go to? Maybe on the side we can't see? They would be floating in midair then, right? Because it would be above where we're standing right now. Maybe. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Oh, that was it?
I was having this recurring dream. It was a weird dream. The sort of dream that shouldn't be scary because the imagery is actually pretty tame. But still, no matter what I did, I just couldn't shake the feeling the dream gave me the next morning. There's this woman. She's a woman made of plastic and we're watching her. Yes, we are, you and I. We observe her motionless form and discuss the state of her condition.
Who the fuck are you talking to, Alex?
We're not doctors in the dream. We have no intention of helping her. But at the same time, I don't think we want to hurt her. There's a third person there. But she doesn't speak. In fact, we never see her face. I think she's judging us. In a way, you and I are trying to impress her. You speak more than I do, and for some reason you're a woman. But I guess that isn't so strange now, is it?
I'm a woman now. I'm woman, Henry. I'm Henrietta. Nothing to see here. Really? I disagree? There's nothing but static.
Okay. I'm going to say it. I don't know if you've noticed. I certainly did. In fact, I'd been trying to ignore it all along. You see, there was a figure in my house. It followed me around. It was lurking in the corner of my eyes at all times.
And it's stacked. Look at the boobs. Holy.
Was this why my mood had been so strange? Why I felt so weird since I last saw everyone? No, I don't think that was it. Something told me the figure wasn't bad. It had been here a while. Haven't you noticed it?
Yeah.
It had been here since I returned home from college. Maybe even before. I think I needed to speak with it. It was materialized. It was no longer transparent.
Fuck the merchant.
Was it an entity? Why the hell was it living in my house?
Get out! I don't want you here! Do you understand what I'm saying? Leave! Be gone! I wish Vela had taught me Banish.
Were there always little plants next to the cookies?
What the hell are you doing here? This isn't even a real TV show! Do you even speak English? Strong silent type, I see. Okay. What to do, what to do.
Turn the TV off. My safe place. Ugh. I'm going back to bed. Mom! The spaceman ghost won't stop watching Static, and I'm trying to go back to sleep so I can dream of my sex doll scenario where we're all looking at it in the bed. Mom! Mom! Let the spaceman stop. Oh, it's following us. Why did I have like a... The latest hit, He Wants It That Way by the Back Alley Boys is playing on the radio. Is it? It's actually a little spooky. Huh. This is pure Earthbound. Okay, problem solved. Go back to bed. Really? Really? Thank you, Drew Stuff, for the 46 months. What's your most anticipated game to play for next year? Mine is unironically the new Lego Batman game. I'm Batman. I don't know. 2x2 for sure, right? No, I don't know. I've kind of lost track of the new games that are coming out. New Resident Evil? New Resident Evil might be good. Silksong DLC? Yeah. Witcher 4? It's not coming out for a while. Warhammer Dark Heresy? New Warhammer game might be fun. I'm looking forward to trying that out. I'll probably try that for sure. Half-Life 3? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have a good answer for you. I don't really know what games are coming out next year. Pathologic 3. Slay the Spire 2. Is that coming out next year? The new Vampire Survivors thing. Maybe Witcher 1 remake? I don't think it's coming out next year. It'd be nice if it did, though. Thank you, Arcs Angel, for 11 months. Arcs Angel. Hey, Joe, did I miss any cool new Moncton stories? Been a while since I could catch a stream. I don't think so. There haven't been really any new stories. Things have been pretty stable in Moncton. I haven't found any shoes for a while. Not much has happened. Oh. Oh, okay. It was a bop just for a little bit. Are we doing a solo dungeon as Alex now, or what? What's going on? Morphed into a true Moncton NPC, you don't even notice anything anymore. It's not weird for you. That's what I think too, yeah. It's scary, isn't it? It's scary. What if it's true? A lot of people moved to Moncton during COVID. I wonder if there's just too many normies here now. Is Steam Store working for you guys? Apparently some people are having problems with it, yeah. Mine Dungeon, that's where you level up, yeah. I don't think we need to do it just now. Thank you, Large Primate, for the bits. Merry Christmas Eve, Joe. Thanks for the year of streams, and I'm sorry. An apology from Large Primate. Now it's a stream. Thank you very much. Steam died forever. Wow. What are you going to do with all your games? They're gone. Thank you. Also, Acer Sasha, right now. What a great streamer. He got the resub right now. Thank you very much for the 50 months. Obtained 125. You can hit the colored sections of the record more than once. YIIK is coming? First it was an alpaca, then it was now a yak? They're kind of the same sort of area, aren't they? Ironically, now it's loading. Loading. Unapologetic loading. Even opening chests takes a little bit too long. I'm just too impatient. Yaxon's Y2K. It looks like an A to me. Does it really? Have you seen YIIK 1.5 combat? No, I haven't. It's gonna be surprised when I see it. Will you ever stream a Pokemon game? Probably not, but if chat wanted me to, maybe. Doing a Nuzlocke might be fun. I've really enjoyed compilations of Small Ant's streams where he will do challenge runs into different Pokemon, but he also has insane Pokemon knowledge, so he makes it entertaining. A Nuzlocke run would be so funny? Yeah, probably. Thank you for the key jangle question while we're now in combat. Which Pokemon game would be the best to stream? We can name the Pokemon after chatters. Dodge. Please never share a Pokemon game. There was a Pokemon-like game that I played on an emulator when I was a kid that was interesting. It was like Terry's Monsters or whatever. I remember thinking like it was like the Terry's Chocolate Orange. I was like, where did this game come from? An easy Pokemon game for you would be Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. I've played some Pokemon games before. I just haven't played them in a long time because I find them really tedious. Do you know what game that is? It was for the Game Boy. Oh, we're fighting. Recent Pokemon ZA is set in France or for a country. How many times have they had a game be based in France now? Alien appears. Throws LPs at all foes. Start good to sleep. Smooth jazz. $21. Fuck that up. I think it might have been Dragon Quest Monsters, Terry's Wonderland, maybe? That sounds like it might have been that, yeah. I remember being really surprised that like you could, the monsters that you kill, you could like get them on your party like Pokemon afterwards, but it even worked with the bosses. So if you beat a boss, you could get that on your party, and they were pretty strong. Pokemon is named after a chatter. If the Pokemon dies, the chatter is banned. Now it's a stream. Now it's a stream. You could stream the Gen 4 remix on Switch. They're hilariously bad. Are they? I thought they were somewhat well received. Imagine most of your viewers move to Moncton, so it's like 70% of Moncton looking for Tosif Anderson, and you don't even know who does. Truman Show kinda. What's your move? Leave Moncton. Yeah, seems like an easy win, right? Gen 4 remakes are too faithful, much to the detriment. Oh, it's like Persona 3 Reload? Okay. Dolphin! More faithful than Persona 3 Reload, even? Really? How is that possible? See, if I was a good streamer, I would know of a Pokemon that sounds like Baby, and I could say they changed the bay leaves. Ah, there we go. Let's see what you mean with the combat now. It's really bad. Makes me appreciate Expedition 33 even more. Expedition 33 does this idea so much better. Also, it's really interesting to understand that execution really matters when it comes to ideas. Which is like, obviously, but it's fun to see proof of it. Okay, if I go back to the phone, do I get a free heal or do I have to use items? Yakuza Mogs both? Well, it's a different kind of game, right? Is that a 2? It looks like an A. Who does a 2 like that? I guess so? Looks like yak to me. Yakety yak. Don't go back. Mouse. Yaki Soapon. Nope, you need to use items to heal. Alright. Let's have some pizza. Pizza. It's a pizza. Do you think the monologue narration, having a sprite talking to the screen, makes the sequence seem a little more awkward than it was just this embodied voice speaking in his head, or is that just me? I don't know. The fact that his lips are moving, it's kind of feels like they're trying to do like a House of Cards thing where the character sometimes turns to the camera and talks to us. I usually love that sort of thing. I'm not loving it here. I wish that instead it was like an inner monologue that we were privy to and his lips weren't moving. Not really a big fan of it. I'm so hungry now. I'm kind of hungry too. We need a comp of Joe saying to send to your worst enemies. Thank you, Deal7 for the 30 months. After months of climbing Mount Weeb, I rub my hands together to stave off my frostbite. At last, I arrive at a hut and knock on its door, which a young blonde boy with striped hoodie opens. He says only one word, Michael. This is not my name, but that's okay. I smile as a tear rolls down my cheek because I finally reached the P. All right. One more and it would have didn't killed in one hit. 1,000? Is that because we killed all the enemies in the area? Collectible pog. Like, do we need the looked inside the chest every single time we open a chest? Can't it just like show up with you got it? Like, is there any other game that does that where every single time you open a chest it has to have a line saying you opened the chest? Earthbound does it? I knew Earthbound was bad. Every Nintendo RPG? Nintendo makes RPGs? Hot take, Earthbound is bad. You're not supposed to say it, sorry. You're not supposed to say it. What's for dinner tomorrow? Steak. I have a steak. Huh? How do I get over there? There's a certain charm to replicating the design flaws of old games, is there? There is so much music in this game. Can you stun enemies with cat? Yes, you can. Shit. Well. Music has been good despite everything else. I also think music has been pretty good in this game. Yep. I think Sarah asked what's the most whimsical game that I've played, that I've enjoyed, especially for its whimsy. I think there's a question. I don't really know what whimsy is. What's a whimsical game that we played on stream? Bracelets here, maybe? How do I get over there? Oh, I see. Oh, for fuck's sake. Back Alley Boys LP1. Sounds terrible, but the hair looks great. Strength +3, wow. I was listening to Pure Shores by All Saints today for the first time in like 15 years, and it made me feel like I was 17 again. Do 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 do. $50, okay, cool. Old timer, I know, right? That's great, Grandpa. Let's get you off the bed. All right, let's see. We got a new LP, and it should do a lot more damage. Oh, fuck. Are we deed? What? It's in! It's in! What is it? Oh, we're gonna die? Really? That's some bullshit. All right, we're gonna have to heal. Okay, what's the biggest heal that we have? Ambrosia, food of the gods. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. There's no way for you to heal percentage life? It does, yeah. So all healing items are irrelevant throughout the whole entire thing. I don't like it. $22 hits. Really? Here we go. Oh, we're dead. Is he under level, or is it meant to be this tough? I think maybe I should have leveled up at the Mind Palace before we came in here. Okay, hopefully he's dead. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, shit! What the fuck? Why was it so fast? I'm risking it. I'm risking it all for a biscuit. My god, I'm good at YIIK. Do you know when Jetsei is happening? Jetsei is happening on the 30th or the 2nd. It depends on how final setup goes. I have to do like a big rehearsal and everything. I know they may sound like weird. Like, why not the day after? Well, the day after is New Year's Eve, and after that's New Year's Day. So we're not going to do it on those days. Okay, do we want to heal? What did we just get? A BLT? Lemonade. Can I like see the healing items in their own menu? No, maybe not. 55%. All right, we're eating a BLT sandwich. Will YIIK be on next year's Adsea? That's up to you, the viewer. Thank you, Double J, for the 25 months. Get these stinky ads out of my face. I'm thinking of getting Twitch Turbo. I've been watching some of the Hunt Showdown streamers live a little bit lately. I'm thinking about getting Turbo so I don't have to have ads for them. I feel like ads just don't work for a live, ongoing thing. That's why I don't run them.
This was the turning point for my journey, I think. Everything came down to this night in the end. What I would do next, you know?
Okay. I thought we were gonna get a job.
I didn't have to follow the entity here, but I'm glad I did. I couldn't imagine life if I hadn't. But maybe there wouldn't be life if I hadn't.
What do you want me to do with this?
Okay. That's Michael, the panda, Vela, Alex, Rory, and 1, 2, 3 people I don't know, and the plastic doll in the background? Okay.
I knew what the entity wanted.
2 brothers.
It wanted me to play the record, to drop the needle, to broadcast the lush and soaring tunes of this masterful LP for the world to hear. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. I didn't know that exactly, but I had my suspicions.
There's nothing here. It's empty.
Okay, so the narrator is definitely talking about things in a different dimension than this Alex. His thoughts often don't match the tone of what he says.
Hey, not my fault. Do you know where it is?
Do you know where it is? Can you find the record?
Does it have to be this record? What about one of the others? You can talk. Okay, fair enough. What do you want me to do? Oh, great. Now you're mute. Look, I'll swing into town in the morning and see if they have this record, this mystical Ultima LP legend or whatever.
Really? What?
So you just followed the entity to a radio tower a few miles from town?
Holy shit, the panda sounded like Cartman so much right then. What the fuck? Oh my god. Can we close our eyes and listen to it again? Imagine finding out supernatural entities are real and getting like mad that you're being inconvenienced by them. Fucking hell.
What is wrong with you?
Okay, not Cartman anymore.
Hey, don't pretend you wouldn't have done the same. It's like morbid curiosity and whatnot. I wanted to see what it wanted, why it's been living with us.
I had just thought your panda friend was getting to be a bit juvenile, so you picked up something more sinister looking.
Har har. So, I'm gonna go knock on Michael's door and swing to town, see if I can find this mystical Ultima LP legend.
Think that's a good idea? Think anyone really wants to talk to you after that stunt you pulled?
Hey, easy. Why are you always trying to make me feel bad? Anyway, I'll pay him a visit.
Is the panda your conscience?
You'll see. No one's mad at me. They've
Who only sees things
just been
as
busy.
black or white? Oh, the symbolism. Okay. So, we're not getting a job? What the hell is Weeb Jobs? Okay, it taught me earlier where Michael lives, but I've long forgotten. Was it here? Oh god, what are these meant to be? My daughter is an honor student. My son is a Marine. My husband is unemployed. And I'm addicted to caffeine. Okay. Can Michael come out to play?
Hi. What do you want?
Oh, is Michael home?
Michael? Wah! There is no Michael who lives here. Only... Oh, you must want the house next door. Yeah, Michael lives there.
Oh, sorry. Whoops.
That was weird. I've known Michael forever, and I swear to God, he always lived in that house. I needed to relax. I was letting all the paranormal get to me.
Michael?
Yes? Can I help you?
Is Michael home?
Yeah, but he's sick. I'll let him know you rang the doorbell.
I didn't. I knocked.
Right, okay. Cool.
Nothing to worry about, see? Stupid panda. He's just sick. Probably.
Okay, what are we doing? Time to go get a job? How's Vela doing? Alex, I need to change. Can't talk right now. Wow. She's so not busy too. Too bad Alex was born 20 years too early to be a video game analyst or essayist. So true. Easiest job in the world. Ease off, old man. Do you know how long these lines get? What are we talking about? Hey, bro.
Hey man, I'm looking for this record. You've probably never heard of it, but it's called Mystical Ultima LP Legend.
Nah, man. I'm super into obscure music. I make all the choices here for the indie music. Let me check. Nah, we don't have it. It's like, yeah, I think it's like sold out, dude.
Damn, okay. Anyway, can you order it?
The manager has to do that.
But don't you pick the indie music here? You literally just said that.
Hey, man, lay off. Look, if you want something good, you can check out the Windtown Music Shop. They have a big selection, and they're usually down with the hip cat bands, you dig?
Yeah, okay, cool, thanks.
No worries.
Bro worries. This is 6 strength, and that's it? Is that better than what we're using? No, that's what I call music LP. 4 strength, 3 luck, 5 PP. Let's buy it. Oh, it's just +1 strength, but we lose 4 luck. Honestly, probably still worth it. Okay.
Crap. I was gonna have to go all the way to Windtown to find this thing. I don't want to go alone. I wondered if Vela was at the arcade.
Dude, we were just there. Hey, Vela, want to go to the music shop with me in Windtown? Joe, any opinions on people who like degraded and worse quality music just because it comes on a giant sheet of plastic? I like vinyl records. I think that there's something really cool about it actually being physically engraved on something. You can actually like run your fingers over the form of the music. I think it's neat. But I don't listen to vinyl records like regularly or anything like that. It's just nice to have them.
Hey Vela, you busy?
Hey, what do you want?
So, it's a bit complicated. Can you get away from work for a bit? It's like, it's about Sammy and the entities and all that stuff.
How long do I need to be away for?
But not long, just need to run to Windtown. So like, 3 to 4 hours tops.
Are you serious? You want me to just walk away from my job for 3 to 4 hours?
It's important. Look, no one here really needs you to do your job. It'll be fine.
I need the money, Alex.
Hey, I'll pay you. What do you make an hour, like minimum wage? I'll give you the $30.
Alex, you don't get it, do you? You have no idea what hard work is. You don't get having a purpose besides your own stupid whims. Do you get how hard it is to go from trying to save the world one afternoon to spending your every waking moment working at a friggin' arcade?
When were you trying to save the world?
1 second, you're banishing entities and exploring conspiracies, then bam! You're stuck in a freaking New Jersey arcade making sure no mall rats are loitering. Sure, it got my DDR game to be amazing, but I'm used to honing my skills to something with more of a purpose. One day, Alex, when you finally get a job, you'll understand how everything can't be conspiracies and missing mysterious girls all the time.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Okay. Vela is not very likable either, but maybe she's being more insufferable because Alex is bringing it out of her.
Wait, Alex. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have snapped like that.
No, I get it. That's how you feel about me. Nothing I can do to change it.
Alex, calm down.
No, it's fine. I'm everyone's punching bag. It's totally great. Just keep kicking me.
Ugh, get over yourself, Alex. Could you be any more of an entitled little brat?
She's just right back to it.
Last night, an entity was in my house. I followed it to an old radio tower, and there I found this.
What the hell?
Yeah, the entity was in my house.
No, not that. I don't care about that.
Or that guy's sister killed herself.
That happens all the time. This has to be a joke. Are you screwing with me? Where did you get that?
I told you it was in the radio tower.
But how did it get here?
What?
Look, do us all a favor and don't try to find that record. Just let it go.
But don't you think that this is all connected? Sammy vanishing, me meeting you, Rory, the entity appearing in my house.
Sometimes a record is just a record and an entity just lives in your house. Don't try and connect everything together like there is some giant cosmic plan.
Okay, Vela fucking sucks.
Look, don't look for that record.
You're gonna have to say more than that, Vela.
Oh, I'm going to. You really can't stop me.
Okay, good. He's being honest.
Alex! Oh, sometimes you just make me want to... If you find it, just leave me out of it. I want nothing to do with it.
What, do you really hate this band or something?
Alex, just get the hell out of here. I don't want to see you for a while.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you.
God, just like, oh, I hate it when characters don't communicate, but like, it's even more frustrating than usual because they're actually talking quite a lot. So they're exchanging a lot of words about the topic without actually talking about the topic. Can we fucking explain why, Vela? Like he doesn't understand this like you do. Like there's some ghosts in his house and he's all freaked out about it, and it took him somewhere and showed him something, and he's following the lead, and you're like, don't do it, and you're not telling him why.
Oh, Michael, dude, glad to see
Michael.
you feeling better.
Oh, why did we go back into the... What do you mean? Your mom said you've been under the weather when I stopped by this morning. Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, cough. What are you up to? Why is it all Michael? I told Michael what happened, and thankfully he seemed to believe me. Okay, so let's hit up Windtown. While we're there, why don't we stop and check on Rory? Make sure he doesn't hate our guts. I almost got defensive. I almost pointed out how Rory endangers our lives with his stupid attention-seeking lie, but I let it go. At least externally.
Oh, Michael, dude, glad to see you're feeling better.
What do you mean?
Your mom said you'd been under the weather when I stopped by this morning.
What?
Oh, yeah. What are you up to?
Wow. You told your mom just to lie to Alex to say that you're sick? Fucking hell, man. Like, that was obvious earlier, but like, it's just kind of dawning on me how like childish and juvenile that is. What the fuck, Michael?
I told Michael what had happened. Thankfully, he seemed to believe me.
Okay, so let's hit up Windtown. While we're there, why don't we stop in and check on Rory? make sure he doesn't hate our guts.
I almost got defensive. I almost pointed out how Rory endangered our lives with his stupid attention-seeking lie. But I let it go, at least externally.
Wow. So proud of you. Okay, Michael joined the party. All right. Hey, Vela. Michael's going with me. Do you want to come now? Vela's pretending you weren't there. Wow. Where was the bus station again? Or can we just walk there? Are we universe hopping every single time that we go to sleep? What's with the skull? Can you visit your mother, but she seems to be working all sorts of odd hours? She works really hard. Be good to her. She just lost her job. Go talk to her. Video games are not a waste of time.
Check out my sick beats.
Oh, that's pretty strong if you can lock them down. Holy shit. Thought it was you laughing. There were a lot of weird sounds in that song. It sounded like my doorbell was going off at one point. King Rat? Yeah, look at all these Gravity Rush fans. I'm really thirsty. Almost have to break though. Did you go to the Mine Palace at the Radio Tower stuff? I didn't know. I probably should. I should probably level up. Um, 1V removes the random encounters on the world map. It's a very weird system because they're basically just invisible enemies that you run into. You can effectively wipe out every random encounter on the map because they're predetermined spawns. Oh, are there? So are they moving around right now? Like if I just keep moving back in the first thing, will they run into me like the DVD logos as they bounce around? It seems like it. Okay. I think that's a fine way of simulating random encounters. Is he still looking for a job? He tried for one day and then he gave up. It's very, very realistic. Why not just put them on the map Zelda 2 style? Well, those spawn randomly and forever. Whereas in this system, it makes it so that you can clear them out. And the game wants you to be able to clear all encounters for some reason. It said something about like when they're dead forever. I don't think it wants you to be doing grinding. I'm terrible at this. What the fuck? Why am I so bad at this? You're all yeeked out. I am. Do you remember the monster den for the first stream? Yeah, I remember. I'm waiting until we have the whole crew in order to go back there. Because I don't want to lose XP for people. It's baffling how slow this combat system is. Keep in mind, I'm not holding out enter to speed it up when I should be. I keep forgetting that's even an option. Because I'm not going to speed up the timing tests, and it's kind of hard to switch back and forth between them.
Want to hit up the record place, and if we have time, go see Rory?
I think we should see Rory first, since that's more important. Jeez, dude.
When's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2? I don't know, next time I'm up late, maybe. Everyone sucks in this game. Knock, knock, knock. Oh shit. Rory isn't answering. Maybe I should check the front door. Is this not the front door? This is the back door? This is the back door. It's the slidey door.
Oh, hi. Are you Rory's friends?
What are we doing?
He doesn't get a lot of visitors. Why don't you come inside?
Oh, you guys. Yeah. Mom, I'm gonna take them downstairs. Come on.
You sure you don't want to come in and have something to eat?
Leave them alone, Mom.
Wow, Rory. Your mom is all legs.
Dude, shut up.
What?
Dude, shut up. What do you guys want? Find out any more information on Semi?
Alex has something he wants to say to you.
Look, man, I was out of line the other day. I was scared. I don't know what came over me. So, I'm hoping you can forgive me and can be friends. I think you're a cool guy, so, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's okay. I overreacted. Also, I was wrong to lie to you guys. You had a valid point.
So, we're trying to track down this record.
Hooray! People being grown ups about their mistakes and reconciling. Hooray! There we go.
You want to come with us?
Yeah, sure.
What the fuck was the leg joke? I don't understand. Spooky ghost, I'm so sad, so very, very sad. How will I ever go on? What? You can see me. Me? Thank the stars. Alas, my savior hath come. Alas, you got it wrong. I need you to get a message to my beloved Beatrice. No. 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 Why can't I go myself? Dot dot dot. Why is it that a ghost, no job, taxable dependents, or any other worries other than being spooky can't go himself? You're seriously asking this of me? Then I shall tell you. I'm stuck here haunting this graveyard, you see? I couldn't possibly leave my spooky post. Please, find my beloved and tell her James has gone to a better place. She'll know what it means. Windtown may be a trailer park, but it's much nicer than where we lived. Where is Beatrice, you ask? In the Golden Land? I'm afraid I do not know. Likely living a fulfilled life while life of a traveling vagabond. If you give her this message, I'll give you something in return. Beatrice. Oh, Beatrice. Can't go back down there. Lonely Roadside Memorial. The name is washed away from the rain. Wasn't she only just killed recently though, and the rain also already washed away? Okay, we didn't go here last time because the water tower kind of made me think that it was going to be important for someone else, but now it's not here. I think this is a cool shot. Anyone else like the framing of this? Like the way that they managed to fit the whole water tower in the shot there. It still looks like quite impressively large, like the scale and everything. And like it's nice. It's a cool shot. This is not her grave, I don't think. Yeah, it's a memorial, but I thought that's where it happened. I thought that's where she. I think Rory said that, right? It's a bit top heavy, just how Joe likes it. Okay, you know that's not true. All right, where's the record store? The record stop. Wait, is that the same guy? It's like Nurse Joy? Aw, what's with the flashing? Why?
Hey, we're looking for this record. It's called Mystical Ultima LP Legend. I've got the record jacket, but not the record. Any idea if it's in stock?
Mystical Ultima LP Legend. That has to be by far one of the greatest records ever recorded. It's otherworldly.
So you've heard of it?
Nah, man, it's out there. In the ether. That sounds like it's from a different world. Just By the name alone, I can tell it's amazing.
Any idea where we can get it? Can't you, like, order us a copy or something?
Let me check the record catalog. Does it have to be on vinyl?
I don't really care. I suppose I'd prefer it'd be more of an authentic sound, you know?
Yeah, but only if you're playing from a tube amp. You have a tube amp, right? If you don't, it's like you're only hearing half the song.
Dude, you get it!
I fucking hate music nerds.
Right on. Let me thumb through the catalog. Give me a second. Yeah, we don't have it in our catalog, but we have two sister stores that probably will. They're both east of here.
Wow, okay.
If they don't have it, I know they'll at least know where to get it. A quest for great music is always a worthy one, man. I think you'll find this is worth it in the end.
Okay, yeah. We'll check it out. So they're both east of here. Any specific directions?
There's a strip mall east of here. That's the closest one. The one after that is northeast a bit. It's a standalone building. It's our flagship store, so I doubt you'll miss it. Good luck, guys!
Is Rory in the party? Yes. If I go to one of the monster dens and clear it out, will Vela still get XP or no?
So, you guys want to hit up the other two stores?
Yeah, I guess. Sounds like it could be fun.
Yes, I am down. Let's do this.
Easy there, Tiger.
Rory is an odd duck. Pretty sure XP is shared? Okay. How much XP do we have? Oh, Vela's not leveling up. 10. Oh, that was a big PP increase. What the fuck? How do you make leveling up boring? Wow, we had a lot of levels. Okay, that's everyone. Okay. So Michael is a higher level than Rory because we did some battles before this with Michael in the party and Rory wasn't there. So it seems like they have to be present to get XP. That kind of sucks. Okay. Okay, let's take a break here. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'm gonna get probably a Coke Zero because apparently I'm in their pocket. So I'll be back. I've been told Joe says he hates music nerds. Just nerds in general. I hate people enjoying things. It's cringe. That's why I like nothing. Some cooked dolls is a treat. Game doll. This is Warcraft 1 or 2. I think it's 2. Yep. Artwork. I have no idea. This looks like a Zelda thing. Is this Skyward Sword? No, Eastward. Okay. Was that good? Jodel. Hey Reddit, I just finished Redacted's quest. Did anyone really love that moment at the end of it where it looked like the dialogue was over, but it made you linger while Redacted had a moment to pay their respects? What? I don't remember this at all. Someone in the chat is saying Final Fantasy 16. Is it? It's definitely a stream. No. 2023? Tears of the Kingdom? No. Ragnarok. It's Birger. No. Okay. Starfield? What?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Let's go.
Hey Reddit, I just finished Sarah Morgan's quest. Did anyone really love that moment at the end of it when it looked like the dialogue was over, but it made you linger in the dialogue camera view while she had her moment to pay her respect? It was a really great use of diegetic storytelling that I really enjoyed. Wow, this game just keeps surprising me in new ways. Bethesda really cooked one off on this one. I, for one, can't wait to get back out there in space with my waifu Sarah Morgan.
Joe hates enjoying thing. Wait, so you're fucking saying that about Starfield? I love the Reddit bit. God, I hate Redditors so much. Fuck. They have such an insufferable Alex Yeekman way of describing things that they like. You were swinging there, huh? I really was, yeah. Scrandle. All right. Can we choose it? It's right? Yes, we scran. Food various with free drink refills. Yo, free drink refills. Go hard. Chocolate brownie with biscotti? Why would you want that? That looks like a baked bean. Versus Acai and M&M. Huh. Left looks good. I don't know, that Reddit hater behavior sounds like something out of a counter circle jerk subreddit. It is kind of like that, yeah. Yeah, I think left. It was left. Butter chicken tacos versus the munchie box. Cheesy chips, cheeseburger, doner meat, chicken pakora, and pakora sauce. Okay, that butter chicken taco looks extremely overpriced. Unless this is being photographed by Andre the Giant, which it might be. I don't know. The more I look at it, the more I'm seeing a gigantic fucking hand. Maybe it is good value. I think right is good, even though this looks diseased. Yeah. Wow, it was what? It's high? What? 72? Holy shit. Okay, left looks amazing. Beef dog and jalapeno bread with all the toppings. That looks so good. Beer and a burger? All right. I love that we have like this gourmet, really well presented, no price data hot dog on the left, but hold up, it's up against beer and a burger, so it's anyone's scran. Hold on. Are the fries included? I have no idea. 18 pounds for that. That beer looks pretty good, and I don't even like beer. The burger looks like okay. It could be good. I don't know. It looks kind of cold. I think left. Wow, it is kind of high though. 66 on the right. Okay. Chicken curry and chips versus Scran of the day. What? Some locations are now getting in on the Scran meta and calling their shit Scran. This looks all right. The toppings seem to be spread out a little bit. No price data. I think left looks awesome. Those chips look good. We got some chicken curry going on. I like butter chicken. I don't know if I would like this chicken curry, but I would try it. I'm going left. Oh, it was left. It looks horrible. What are you talking about? What looks horrible? The hot dog? It looked okay. Nugget share box. 18 nuggets for 10. Ooh. Those are some pretty dense nuggets too. Look at that. There's a lot of chicken in these nugs. Versus chicken and chips. Okay, I hate to say it. I think it's anyone's scran. Like, left is way better value than right. 18 nuggets is a lot of nuggets. That is a lot of nuggets. That's enough to feed one Joe. Whereas on the right, like, there's not that many fries there, but it just looks higher quality. So it's again a quantity versus quality issue. Right is a touch cheaper. I kind of feel like right's gonna take it. I'm going right. It was right. Bacon roll. Oh god. Versus sausage. Oh god. Why? Right? I guess. 44? What are you talking about? What? Cheeseburger with onion and brown sauce? Oh. Oh god. What the fuck is going on over there? Chicken curry on chips. Gotta be right. Gotta be right. That's too high. That looks gross. That's too high. Alright. Ball Pit Beast with chops. That apparently the Scranner already ate them. Versus vegan pie and chips. Okay. I feel like it's right. I'm sorry. I feel like it's right. I know it has the vegan pie. It has the vegan debuff, but that pie looks amazing. Look at the crust on that pie. That is a gourmet crust pie. Those chips look great. The gravy to chip ratio is really, really good. There's so many chips. It's only £6. Whereas on the left, there's supposedly chips, but we don't even see them. The patty looks okay, but it's kind of like, I don't know. It's been squeezed a little too hard. I think right. I think right. I think it's right. I think it's right. I think it's right. Fuck. How did the chips weren't even there? The chips weren't even in the fucking image, and it still gets 70? What are you talking about? Fucking hell, man. Fucking Powcom Shakiro, bread filled with Metroid Prime versus cheeseburger with added sausage and bacon. Okay, if there is any justice in the world, it has to be right because of what happened last round. Okay. Fucking hell. How? How did this burger win out over this pie and chips? It's cheaper. Can't believe you didn't perfect. Why is perfection an expectation? That is such a huge fucking portion. Okay, we got real talk chat. If the vegan pie was gone and it was just chips and gravy for £6, the exact same picture, would it have won? The chips aren't even on the left. No? No, because Berg? There was a Berg earlier that lost. Or does it not count as a Berg if it loses? No true Bergman? I can't believe some people are saying that was disgusting. That looks great. What are you talking about? Oh, God, man. That makes me sick just looking at it. I cannot believe that got 44. I can't believe it's above 20%. It's fucking gross. Gross. Has he gone past the main menu yet, chat? We've been playing a lot of YIIK today. By the way, while we were gone, we've realized that we're pretty sure that party members level up at the same time if you go down the stairway, and the dummies just their level characters who've been out of the party. Oh. Huh? What's that down there? We have to level up 8 times. Alex is now level 9. Alex can now customize his stats inside the mine dungeon. Okay, well, at least there's no combat down here. An entity is haunting this room. This icon's power has been diminished. Vela found skill icon. Vela learned the skill healing song. What do you mean it's been diminished? Wait, I thought it was +3. Huh? If you get the bird to do it, it takes away the bonus? Or does it just show 1? Look in the top left? Yeah, it's there. Okay, thank you for pointing it out. Okay, so it still works. We can use the bird to save some time. Okay. Okay, why does it say Alex can customize his stats in the mine dungeon every single time? Wait, hold on, what? It's a +3 and it goes to 4? Wait, hold on. Okay, so it's a 1 and a +3 and it goes to 4, but these are a 3. Whereas if I go and use this on like this one, it goes to 2. Because it's just a 1 bonus. Oh, okay. Let's use the +3 on strength. For some reason, I thought it was a higher bonus than +1. The mod on the middle next to, with the numbers is kind of tripping me up a little bit. It's fine. It makes sense. Do you know what a bonus is? I don't know. That's now 11. That's customize the stats in the mine dungeon. It's your 13th salary. Thanks. Vela learned feedback. Vela's not here. Where's the weird chatter that was here yesterday saying that I cheated Dark Souls? Where'd they go? I was missing that. The Yukinzo's 10-ton naturals for the 2-month resub. 100% real unauthentic. Thank you. How do you cheat Dark Souls? I don't know. Apparently they have video proof. I don't know if they were kidding or not. They said something else too, didn't they? About being bad at path logic or something. Okay, it's all just luck and speed lately. Why's that? Something about your face? Oh yeah, it was something about my face. Purge, entity, or ignore. Let's purge. Huh? Okay, why can't the comment just be this all the time? Oh. Okay. Wish you had had the comment earlier when I said at least there's not combat down here. That's why I said it. It set up the good clip and it didn't work. Let's get some PP. If you fail this fight, you lose that bonus row, by the way. You lose the bonus or you lose the door? Speed and luck are always the ones with bonuses, if I remember correctly. Are they? I thought in the first room it was different, but maybe it's not. I really like the music in this game. I'm surprised. It's a vibe, man. Probably get some defense and some HP, but we always want strength. Every single floor we should get strength. Are you interested in streaming Starstruck? I don't know what that is, sorry. What kind of game is it? A bad one? Ooh. Chat, fight, chat, fight, chat, fight, chat, fight. I'm a little confused what's happening here. Can you talk me through the leveling process, please? Every 100 XP, you get the ability to gain a level, and gaining a level requires you to go into your mind palace via telephone, and then you go down here and you pick doors. And at each door, you get to assign a stat that you want to level up. Each door has a bonus above it, so it's +1, +1, +0.1, 1.5, +2. I don't know if the 1.5 is rounded up to a 2. I have no fucking idea, or you have to add it to like the 0.5 below and the door below us if you look down into the red room. But sometimes there's also an additional bonus so that like a stat is going to get more than it, and right now it's only luck and speed that are getting those, and I don't know if it's random or I don't know. This is very, I wouldn't say convoluted, well, it's not confusing, so I guess it is kind of convoluted, but not confusing. It's just tedious. Most of the gameplay here is kind of tedious. So we're going down to this one too. Again, it's another thing that I just don't understand how it got past just one round of testing.
I am sorry. I did not know you were here. You could have knocked. I was in the back room, in the stacks.
Everything here is such a mess.
As you can see, no one visits here. No one except the dungeon master.
Coraline?
And he hasn't visited in almost a year. Excuse me, but perhaps you have mistaken this for another floor? This is the library. I can't imagine you're here to read all these old books. Only the dungeon master is allowed to read them anyway. You're not the dungeon master, are you? No, forgive me. I hate to be rude, but I'll need you to remove your glasses. There are things in this room that aren't meant for your eyes. Only the dungeon master is allowed to see. You understand, right? Good. Anyway, why have you come? What can I do for you?
What if I had perfect vision? What if I didn't need glasses? Do I lose my eyes?
Oh, Crow told you to visit me? Oh, well, it's nice to have the company. Usually Crow sends people away. That's his job, you know. Outsiders aren't allowed in the Dungeon of the Mind. What? Someone gave you the phone number for the Dungeon of the Mind? I don't know what that means. Have I met you somewhere before? As you may know, in this Dungeon of the Mind, memory is unreliable and uncertain. There are things we can remember and things we cannot remember. You seem to be among the things I cannot. Please forgive me, but I want to have met you before. Of course, what I want doesn't matter. Only what the Dungeon Master wants matters. Okay, I've spoken enough.
This is Taskmaster? Alex Horn Crow? Alex is now level 15. Alex can come and assess the mine dungeon. Man, I'm so bored. I'm sorry, chatter. You can, skip YIIK and come back for Near Replicant if you want. I don't think it's gonna be too many more streams. But it is kind of a weird time in the stream schedule right now because of Christmas. I'm enjoying the game though. But I'm enjoying it as someone who likes to think and talk about games more than anything else. Sorry for being off topic. I played Return to Obra Dinn today, completed it, and I'm finally watched your video. And I'm really shocked that there are no games inspired by Obra Dinn still, to my best knowledge. Have I missed something? Are there more games like this? The Root Trees Are Dead, I think, is one. And chat knows at least one more. Golden Idol? Is that one of them? What's that? You can't be bothered. Should I just choose for you? Yes. Best idle game. Chance of Sonar was kind of like that. Was it? I thought it was about learning a language rather than... I guess it's still in the deduction area. The Cracking the Cryptic crew seemed to like that one a lot. EP Strike. No, it's still speed. And luck. What determines whether it's a 0.5 or just a 1? And if it's rounding up, it's not any different. Is it just random? Or just dumb? Sorry, you lack the experience. Okay, come back when you have more training. Okay. That was a lot of hard work. That took 10 hours. Just in, Merry Christmas, Joe. Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We need to heal thyself. Oh, if you don't invest in HP, you get behind in HP. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Well, Alex should hit like a truck now then, because he has a lot of strength. That's good. Thank you, Dawn to the Dawns, for the 61 months. Hi, Joe. It's Dawn. Remember when you called me Donald to the Dawns and everyone turned on me? They fucking hate me now, Joe. Anyway, here's the 61 months. That's what you get for being a Donald Duck defender. Don't know what to tell you. Renounce your Donald Duck ways. We hate Donald Duck around here. Hate him. Hate him. Thank you for the resub. Thank you, Dasteg, for the 60 months as well. Joe, I've started playing Expedition 33 2 days ago, and I can't stop comparing the combat system to YIIK now. Why did you do this to me? It's very similar, isn't it? It's so much better, though. Enjoy. Enjoy. Okay, how do I get to the next town over? Do I go down here? Okay, here we go. We should do amazing damage, because we leveled up our strength so high. Shit. Should still die. Really? Pacifism. Okay. Sacrifice. Give up Rory's remaining HP to revive a fallen party member. So Rory dies and brings someone back to life. Fight for what you believe in. Chance of lowering an enemy's luck. What a useless fucking character.
Michael!
Oh wow, why are they so strong? Random encounters scale with your levels? No.
Michael!
Michael's so funny. Yay! Alright. Do. Really? There's nothing here? Whoa. Okay, we can't get on the train. How do we get to the east then? Is this really not the place that we don't go here? Didn't it say to go to the east? Do I go back to the bus station and get a different bus? Boost? Where would you like to go? The strip mall, okay. Hint button? There's a hint button?
Tell us more about you. I don't think we know all that much.
Hi, I'm Rory. I'm a scene kid with a dead sister. That's it.
Scene kid.
Wow. Dark, dude. Do you, like, have a job or any hobbies?
Whoa, don't say job around me. What the fuck?
Yeah, I work at this shitty video store, Planet VHS.
Really? You have a job?
We can get you any movie 6 to 12 months after its continental US release on VHS. So basically, we suck.
Any plans for college or anything?
I don't really know if college is in the cards for me.
Michael, why are you interviewing him like Alex and Roy are dating and your dad trying to make sure it's a good fit?
Why do you say that?
Well, after my sister died, my parents aren't really themselves.
Yeah, one turned into a leg.
They've had a rocky relationship as it is. So I think if I left, everything would fall apart.
That's not your job.
Yeah, your job is working in the VHS store.
You don't have to keep your parents together.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like I have a responsibility to them.
Hmm.
Do either of you have jobs?
I used to deliver papers, but nothing lately. Now my dad pays me to proofread the things he writes. Oh yeah, and Alex is unemployed.
I might be able to get you a job at Planet VHS.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good.
Why not?
I'm just holding out for the right job. I'm not really in a rush.
Didn't you tell me on the way that your mom lost her job and you needed to help her out?
I think she was just saying that. But I know she wouldn't want to push me into anything I'm not ready for.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I graduated earlier this year. I have my BLA.
Oh, so let me know if you do want that job at Planet VHS. My manager has his BLA, and the night shift manager has his DMA and dance.
I'll find something. I just need to hold out a bit longer till it feels right.
When I moved from Frankton to Jet Set City to start college, I spent the whole bus ride mentally reviewing my 19 years and realizing that almost everything that had happened to me was pretty embarrassing.
What are you talking about?
I'm not exaggerating. I didn't want to remember any of it. It was so pathetic.
Okay, example?
The more I thought about my life up to then, the more I hated myself. It wasn't that I hadn't been happy or hadn't enjoyed my high school experience. I could recall a handful of really great times. But if you added them up, the shameful, painful memories far outnumbered the others.
Alex, what the fuck are you talking about?
I thought of how I'd been living, how I'd been approaching life. It was all so trite, so miserably pointless. When I made it to college, I knew this was a time for reinvention.
You were even worse before?
All I needed to do was imagine the Alex I wanted to be and work towards him. Forget the old Alex and be someone worth being.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Fun line in a game about body switching with different versions of you.
Now that I'm here, floating with you, I don't know if I was approaching life right. Did any of it really matter?
What do you mean floating with me? Is there... Are we both watching this Alex and you're privy to his thoughts or whatever?
So anyway, I got to college.
Okay.
Made friends with people I never thought I'd hang out with. Got interested in poetry. Started listening to Dylan. I bought a guitar, never really learned. I got interested in novels and music. I was in with the hip crowd. But being hip doesn't mean you have direction. That isn't to say some of the kids I met weren't going places, and I hear many of them did. Just not me. I was too selfish, too unoriginal, too much of a parasite feeding off everyone's cool.
Who the fuck is Dylan? Some guy lived in his dorm. Wait, when did we get to a train station?
So, Michael, are you going to college?
Yeah, I am.
You don't sound so excited.
It's just scary. Not the leaving home part, I don't care about that. But you have 4 years to ensure that you have a future. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? When my parents were kids, you didn't have to go to college. I bet in 10 years you'll need your master's to even be considered for a job. I'm also scared of the debt, you know?
Did your parents set up a college fund?
Nah, they didn't really have that kind of money. They did good for a while, but my dad's work hasn't been going so well.
Do you know what you want to go for?
My mom said that when she was a kid, mind you, I don't know if women were allowed in college back then. You just went for whatever you wanted, and the degree meant you were educated and had the qualities of a working professional.
Okay.
But now, pick a major, get good at it, stick to it, and maybe you'll get a job.
This game is more or less what I imagine Night in the Woods is like. Oh my god, me too, actually. Yeah. Holy shit. We're probably so wrong. That's actually kind of scary.
It's 1999, and the economy is terrible compared to my parents' day.
Oh, Michael, you think it's terrible in 1999? Okay, bro. All
Imagine
right.
what it'll be like for our kids if we don't get our shit together.
Yeah, it's scary, but you need to face that reality eventually. What are you leaning towards?
Computers, probably.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll make computer games.
Computer games.
Can't imagine they'll have a major for it. But I'm good at math, and I hear making games is all math.
Hey, when Japanese developers make games, do they program in Japanese?
Huh. I have no idea. I wonder if they have to translate programming language.
They don't. All programming is done in English, unless you're working in pure binary. Then you just have ones and zeros.
How do you know this?
Oh yeah, I've tried making games before. I used Objective-C.
Michael, didn't you build a website?
It's pretty fun. Not great at making graphics, but I'm getting there.
Okay. If the end of this game is the Scooby Gang banding together to make a game and they call it YIIK, I'm gonna become the Joker.
That's awesome! You'll have to show us something sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Most of them suck, but I'm getting better at it.
Okay. Rory seems like the coolest of the three of these.
What, do you, learn from a book?
Yeah, I got this 5,000-page book on game programming. It came with a CD. Every day I try and do some of the example. I want to get to the point where I don't need to check the book if I want to add features.
Oh, that's a pretty good way of learning, isn't it? Man, imagine if I had done that the whole entire time after I started dabbling in coding. I would be 10% of the way to understanding something right by now. We talked for another 20 minutes before getting on a bus to the strip mall. So 2 buses and a train?
Oh, I think that's the strip mall up there. Let's go get something to eat at Burger Joint before hitting up the record store.
Why? We're carrying around burgers in our pocket. If you've ever seen Dark Souls modding, you know that's absolutely not true that they code in English. This is 1999. Our Lord and Savior Dark Souls hasn't been around yet. Still got another 12 years or so. Beer bottle collector. My wife made me sell my beer bottle collection. At least we have money now for more beer. My wife made me sell my beer bottle. No, I want to talk to your wife. Okay. I made my husband sell his beer bottle collection so that we would have money to pay for rent. All right. For sale beer, never drunk. Come on, dude, I'm starving. Let's go get a burger real quick. Today's my birthday. I called out today. Probably shouldn't be seen here. Wait, you take 2 buses and a train every single day to get to work? And it's not in a city? Damn. Okay. Did James sent you? Beatrice the ghost. Wow. I forgot about that guy. Can't believe he's a ghost now too. Huh, how about that? Well, thanks for the message. Let him know I said okay.
I remember sitting at the burger joint wondering why I wasn't more like Michael or Rory. Michael, concerned about the future. Rory, someone who had something to aspire to. At the time, I told myself I had a purpose. I was looking for Semi Park. I was going to find her, save her, I don't know. Something was going to happen. Somehow there would be meaning in all this craziness.
So, how about that economy?
Yeah.
Really seems like the world is going to shit, doesn't it? First Alex loses Sammy, I lose Carrie, the economy is tanking. Future looks bleak in 1999, boys.
Must be Y2K.
Whoa.
What's Y2K?
Y2K?
It's some computer virus or something that's going to destroy modern society at midnight on New Year's.
I can actually hear like Baldur's brain making the sound of a kettle that's just boiled after reading this.
Not exactly. Computers only count the last 2 digits of a number, so they don't know the difference between 2000 or 1900. This will cause various problems with dates and finances, and will probably cause a big mess. People all over the world are panicking. When 2000 rolls around, all the computers will crash and nuclear bombs will go off or something.
All the clocks are wrong. Okay, as someone who was not only alive in 1999, but was 15 years old and was working with computers for the first time, and talking to people about them, this was actually legit. People did think this, and they said this almost exactly word for word what Rory just said. So this was absolutely a real thing that people talked about. Really, yes, really, 100%. There was a lot of like Bermuda Triangle talk about computers and about how the whole world was going to end because when people made computers, they didn't realize that we were ever going to get to the year 2000, and they just said, "Fuck it, that's a problem for when we get there." And so when it takes over, like, yeah, whatever, we'll see what happens, and. And people were expecting the world to end.
Is this real? Like, is this really going to happen?
Probably. I don't know. I think I'd kind of like to see it happen.
Definitely would shake things up.
What is wrong with you guys? That would cause serious problems.
It actually would have been broken pretty much everything, but a bunch of responsible computer people spent a lot of overtime to update their programs because so little broke, people underestimate how big an issue this was. Is that true? Was it really that big of a problem? As someone who doesn't know that much about computers, it doesn't seem like it would have been that hard to fix. Lamayo, just add another number, Lamayo. It was legitimately a massive effort to solve for me a problem. I think it's just people overvaluing their work. I think it would have been fine. It would have been fine. Just like remember back in this day, the ozone layer was going to be destroyed, and then that problem just went away, right? It's not like, maybe someone from the country that I live in developed a fix for it, and, another crisis averted. It just went away. It just went away. It just like it was a big deal, and then, I woke up and then it wasn't a big deal anymore, and it's fine. It's fine. It just went away.
This is crazy. How have I never heard of this before?
Probably because you live under a posh little rock and only hear about the things your mommy wants you to hear about.
Oh.
Screw you, man.
Maybe that's why everything is going to shit.
Okay, hold on. Was Y2K actually a problem? Okay. The term year 2000 problem, or simply Y2K, refers to potential computer errors related to the formatting and storage of calendar data for dates in and after the year 2000. Many programs represented 4-digit years with only the final 2 digits, e.g. 1985 is 85, making the year 2000 indistinguishable from 1900. Computer systems' inability to distinguish dates correctly had the potential to bring down worldwide infrastructures for computer-reliant industries. In the years leading up to the turn of the millennium, the public gradually became aware of the Y2K scare, and individual companies predicted the global damage caused by the bug would require anything between 400 billion to 600 billion to rectify. A lack of clarity regarding the potential dangers of the bug led some to stock up on food, water, and firearms, purchase backup generators, and withdraw large sums of money in anticipation for a computer-induced apocalypse. Contrary to published expectations, few major errors occurred in 2000. Supporters of the Y2K remediation effort argued that this was primarily due to the preemptive action of many computer programmers and information technology experts. Companies and organizations in some countries, but not all, had checked, fixed, and upgraded their computer systems to address the problem. Then, so they just patched it, LMAO? Then US President Bill Clinton, who organized efforts to minimize the damage in the United States, wasn't he busy on the island that year? Labeled Y2K as the first challenge of the 21st century, successfully met. And retrospectives on the event typically commend the programmers who worked to avert the anticipated disaster. Critics argued that even in countries where very little had been done to fix software, problems were minimal. Okay, so was it a problem? The same was true in sectors such as schools and small businesses, where compliance with Y2K policies was inconsistent at best. Background. Should we read the rest of it or no? Oh, this is a really big article. Holy shit. Oh, this is one of the longest Wikipedia pages I've ever seen. Wow. Y2K is a synonym, and was the common abbreviation for the year 2000 software problem. The abbreviation combines the letter Y for year and the number 2 and a capitalized version of K for the SI unit prefix kilo, meaning 1000. Hence, 2K signifies 2000. It's fucking YouTube essay beginning. Fucking people eat food when they're hungry. It was also named the Millennium Bug because it was associated with the popular, rather than literal, rollover of the millennium, even though most of the problems could have occurred at the end of any century. I cannot overstate how much of a real thing this was. There was huge scare, huge panic. We talked about it at school even. It was like yeah, a lot of people expected that bad shit was going to happen because of this. Computer World's 1993 3-page Doomsday 2000 article by Peter de Jager was called the information age equivalent of the Midnight Ride of Paul Revere by the New York Times. Okay, sure, whatever. The problem was the subject of the early book Computers in Crisis by Jerome and Marilyn Murray in 1984. Under the title The Year 2000 Computer Crisis in 1996, it was released, I guess. Its first recorded mention on a Usenet news group, news groups, is from 18th of January 1985 by Spencer Balls. The acronym Y2K has been attributed to Massachusetts programmer David Eddy in an email sent on the 12th of June 1995. He later said people were calling it CDC, century date change, fatal, faulty date logic. There were other contenders. Y2K just came off my fingertips. The problem started because on both mainframe computers and later personal computers, memory was expensive, from as low as $10 per kilobyte to more than 100 USD per kilobyte in 1975. Yeah, it's like that now. It was therefore very important for programmers to minimize usage. Since computers only gained wide usage in the 20th century, programs could simply prefix 19 at the year of a date, allowing them to only store the last 2 digits of the year instead of 4. As space on disk and tape storage was also expensive, these strategies saved money by reducing the size of stored data files and databases in exchange for becoming unusable past the year 2000. This meant that programs facing 2-digit years could not distinguish between dates in 1900 and 2000. Dire warnings at times were in the mode of, the Y2K program is the electronic equivalent of the El Nino, and there will be nasty surprises around the globe. John Hammer, United States Deputy Secretary of Defense. Holy fuck. Options on the de Jager Year 2000 Index, the first index enabling investors to manage risks associated with the ... computer problem linked to the year 2000, began trading mid-March 1997. don't understand what the fuck that sentence just meant. Sorry. Special committees were set up by governments to monitor remedial work and contingency planning, particularly by crucial infrastructures such as telecommunicators, and to ensure that the most critical services had fixed their own problems and were prepared for problems with others. While other commentators and experts argued that the coverage of the problem largely amounted to scaremongering, it was only the safe passing of the main event, 1st of January 2000, that fully quelled public fears. Some experts who argued that scaremongering was occurring, such as Ross Anderson, professor of security engineering at the University of Cambridge Computer Laboratory, have since claimed that despite sending out hundreds of press releases about research results suggesting that the problem was not likely to be as big as some had suggested, they were largely ignored by the media. In a similar vein, the Microsoft Press book Running Office 2000 Professional, published May 1999, accurately predicted that most personal computer hardware and software would be unaffected by the year 2000 problem. Authors Michael Halverson and Michael Young characterized most of the worries as popular hysteria, an opinion echoed by Microsoft Core. Okay, so far the Wikipedia article seems to be downplaying that this was even a big issue. It did require some fixes, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe as it goes on, it's going to become more, or maybe they don't understand it. Maybe it's just like this source is understated. Maybe it'd be better to hear someone talk about it on YouTube or something. But it goes on. There's a huge subheader here for programming. Let's read this. I'm enjoying this. Programming problem. The practice of using two-digit dates for convenience predates computers, but was never a problem until stored dates were used in calculations. Do we want it on the screen? So we're here. Bit conversion need. Business data processing was done using unit record equipment and punch cards, most commonly the 80-column variety employed by IBM, which dominated the industry. Many tricks were used to squeeze needed data into fixed field 80-character records. Saving 2 digits for every date field was significant in this effort. In the 1960s, computer memory and mass storage were scarce and expensive. Early core memory cost $1 per bit. Popular commercial computers, such as the IBM 1401, shipped with as little as 2 kilobytes of memory. Is that better? Programs often mimicked card processing techniques. Commercial programming languages of the time, such as COBOL and RPG, processed numbers in their character representations. Over time, the punch cards were converted to magnetic tape and then disk files, but the structure of the data usually changed very little. I actually have no idea how those work. I would like to learn how those work. Data was still input using punch cards until the mid-1970s. Machine architectures, programming languages, and application designs were evolving rapidly. Neither managers nor programmers of that time expected their programs to remain in use for many decades, and the possibility that these programs would both remain in use and cause problems when interacting with databases, a new type of program with different characteristics, went largely uncommented upon. Early attention. First person known to publicly address this issue was Bob Beamer, who had noticed it in 1958 as a result of work on genealogical software. Genealogical? Maybe I said that wrong. He spent the next 20 years fruitlessly trying to raise awareness of the problem with programmers, IBM, and the government of the United States, and the International Organization of Standardization. This included a recommendation that the COBOL picture clause should be used to specify 4-digit years for dates. In the 1980s, the brokerage industry began to address this issue, mostly because of bonds with maturity dates beyond the year 2000. By 1987, the New York Stock Exchange had reportedly spent over $20 million on Y2K, including hiring 100 programmers. I thought this was only made by a couple of people. What? Despite magazine articles on the subject from 1970 onward, the majority of programmers and managers only started recognizing Y2K as a looming problem in the mid-1990s. But even then, inertia and complacency caused it to be mostly unresolved until the last few years of the decade. In 1989, Eric Nagum was instrumental in ensuring that Internet Mail used 4-digit representations of years by including a strong recommendation to this effect in the Internet Host Requirements document RFC 1123. On April Fool's Day 1998, some companies sent their mainframe computer dates to 2001 so that the wrong date will be perceived as good fun instead of bad computing while having a full day of testing. And it was fine. While using 3-digit years and 3-digit dates within that year was used by some, others chose to use the number of days since a fixed date, such as 1st of January 1900. Hold on. I thought that was just going to continue, but it didn't. So they chose a different method. Okay. Inaction was not an option and risked major failure. Embedded systems with similar date logic were expected to malfunction and cause utilities and other crucial infrastructure to fail. It's kind of crazy that is a complete sentence and it's fine, and yet my brain expected it to keep going. Saving space on stored dates persisted into the Unix era, which with most systems representing dates to a single 32-bit word, typically representing dates as elapsed seconds from some fixed date, which causes the similar Y2K 38 problem. What? The year 2038 problem is a time computing problem that leaves some computer systems unable to represent times after 031407 UTC on 19th of January 2038. Fucking, that's when we're getting the sequel? What do you mean it's gonna happen again? What do you mean? What? Resulting bugs from date programming. Storage of a combined date and time within a fixed binary field is often considered a solution, but the possibility for software to misinterpret dates remains because such date and time representations must be relative to some known origin. Rollover of such systems is still a problem, but can happen at varying dates and can fail in various ways. For example, credit card systems experience issues with machines not correctly processing credit cards that expired in the new millennium and customers being charged incorrect compound interest. An upscale grocer's 1997 credit card caused a crash of their 10 cash registers repeatedly due to year 2000 expiration dates and was the source of the first Y2K related lawsuit. The Microsoft Excel spreadsheet program had a very elementary Y2K problem. Excel in both Windows and Mac versions, when they are set to start at 1900, incorrectly set the year 1900 as leap year for compatibility with Lotus 123. In addition, the years 2100, 2200, and so on were regarded as leap years. This bug was fixed in later versions, but since the epoch of the Excel timestamp was set to the meaningless date of 0 January 1900 in previous versions, the year 1900 is still regarded as a leap year to maintain backward compatibility. I fucking love this shit, man. The C programming language's standard library's date and time handling header defines a struct type, struct_tm, whose year member represents the year minus 1900. What? Perl's local time and GM time functions derived from their C equivalents, as well as Java's date class's getYear method, treat the year the same way. This led to a popular misconception that these functions return the year as a two-digit number. Many programs written in Perl or Java, two programming languages widely used in web development, incorrectly treated this value as the last two digits of the year. On the web, this was usually a harmless presentation bug, but it did cause many dynamically generated web pages to display 1st of January 2000 as 1119100 or 11100 or other variants depending on the display format. JavaScript was changed due to concerns over the Y2K bug, and the return value for years changed and thus differed between versions from sometimes being a 4-digit representation and sometimes a 2-digit representation, forcing programmers to rewrite already working code to make sure web pages worked on for all versions. Older applications written for the commonly used Unix source code control system failed to handle years that began with the digit 2. How is society, like, how are we still here? Fucking hell, man. In the Windows 3.x file manager, dates displayed as 1119:0 for 112,000 because the colon is the character after 9. In the ASCII character set. An update was available. Some software, such as Math Blaster Episode 1 in Search of Spot, which only treats years as 2-digit values instead of 4, was give a given year. Sorry. Why did I read that wrong? Will give a given year as 1900, 1901, and so on, depending on the last two digits of the present year. Similar date bugs. 4th January 1975. The date of 4th January 1975 overflowed the 12-bit field that had been used in the DEC System 10 operating systems. There were numerous problems and crashes related to this bug while an alternative format was developed. 9 September 1999. Even before the 1st of January 2000 arrived, there were also some worries about 9th of September 1999, albeit less than those generated by Y2K, because this date could also be written with the numeric format 9999. It could have conflicted with the date value 9999, frequently used to specify an unknown date. It was thus possible that database programs might act on the records containing unknown dates on that day. Data entry operators commonly entered 9999 into required fields for an unknown future date, e.g., a termination date for cable television or telephone service, in order to process computer forms using CICS software. Somewhat similar to this end-of-file code 9999 used in older programming languages. While fears arose that some programs might unexpectedly terminate on that date, the bug was more likely to confuse computer operators than machines. Leap years. Normally, a year is a leap year if it is evenly divisible by 4. A year divisible by 100 is not a leap year in the Gregorian calendar unless it is also divisible by 400. For example, what do you mean normally? For example, 1600 was a leap year, but 1700, 1800, and 1900 were not. Some programs may have relied on the oversimplified rule that a year divisible by 4 is a leap year. This method works fine for the year 2000 because it is a leap year, and it will not become a problem until 2100, when older legacy systems will likely have long since been replaced. Other programs contained incorrect leap year logic, assuming, for instance, that no year divisible by 100 could be a leap year. An assessment of this leap year problem, including a number of real-life code fragments, appeared in 1998. For information on why century years are treated differently, see Gregorian calendar. Year 2010 problem. Some systems had problems once the year rolled over to 2010. This was dubbed by some in the media as the Y2K plus 10 or Y2.01K problem. The main source of problems is confusion between hexadecimal number encoding and binary coded decimal encodings of numbers. Both hexadecimal and BCD encode the numbers 09 as 0x0-0x9. BCD encodes the number 10 as 0x10, while hexadecimal encodes the number 10 as 0x0a, semicolon. 0x10 interpreted as a hexadecimal encoding represents the number 16. For example, because the SMS protocol uses BCD for dates, some mobile phone software incorrectly reported dates of SMSs as 2016 instead of 2010. Windows Mobile is the first software reported to have been affected by this glitch. In some cases, WM6 changes the date of any incoming SMS message sent after the 1st of January 2010 from the year 2010 to 2016. Other systems affected include EFT POS terminals, pieces of shit, and the PlayStation 3, except the slim model for some reason. The most important occurrence of such a glitch were in Germany. Occurrences of such a glitch were in Germany, where up to 20 million bank cards became unusable, and with Citibank Belgium, whose DigiPass customer identification chips failed. Okay, there was a 2022 problem? When the year 2022 began, many systems using 32-bit integers encountered problems, which are now collectively known as the Y2K22 bug. The maximum value of a signed 32-bit integer, as used by many computer systems, is 2147483647. Systems use, I wonder if anyone just said that number along with me, systems using an integer to represent a 10-character date-based field, where the leftmost two characters are the 2-digit year, ran into an issue on the 1st of January 2022 when the leftmost characters needed to be 22, i.e. values from 220000 needed to be represented. Microsoft Exchange Server was one of the more significant systems affected by the Y2K22 bug. God of War 2.2. The problem caused emails to be stuck on transport queues on Exchange Server 2016 and Exchange Server 2019, reporting the following error. The FIPFS Microsoft scan engine failed to load. PID 23092, error code whatever, error description can't convert 22010100001 too long. Okay. Year 2038 problem. Many systems use Unix time and store it as a signed 32-bit integer. This data type is only capable of representing integers between -2 whatever, treated as a number of seconds since the epoch at 1st of January 1970 at midnight on UTC. These systems can only represent times between 13th of December 1901 at 8:45 and 19th of January 2038 at 3 in the morning. If these systems just fuck are you talking about? If these systems are not updated and fixed, then dates all across the world that rely on Unix time will wrongfully display the year as 1901 beginning at 3 in the morning on the 19th of January 2038. That sounds like a problem for future Joe. Fucking Linux users. Okay. So, and this is how they fixed it. Okay. Let's read this one and then we'll be done. Okay. Programming solutions. Several very different approaches were used to solve the year 2000 problem in legacy systems. Date expansion. 2-digit years were expanded to include the century, becoming 4-digit years in programs, files, and databases. This was considered the purest solution, resulting in unambiguous dates that are permanent and easy to maintain. This method was costly, requiring massive testing and conversion efforts and usually affecting entire systems. Okay. This just goes to show you how I don't understand computers. I don't get how this could be such a costly, massive process. But I'm not saying I disagree. Obviously it was, because it's here in Wikipedia, and Wikipedia never lies. But it just, I'm just surprised at how it just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? The GPS time also has rollovers that break car GPSs and such. I think there's one in 2038 as well, entirely by coincidence. Huh. YIIK spoilers look away. Is that what we're going to have to do in Y2K? For reference, the Jetsea site will be fine until the year 294276. If you are still streaming, then we'll deal with it. Man, I'll be like really old then. Data windowing. 2-digit years were retained, and programs determine the century value only when needed for particular functions, such as date comparisons and calculations. The century window refers to the 100-year period to which a date belongs. This technique, which required installing small patches of code into programs, was simpler to test and implement than date expansion, thus much less costly. While not a permanent solution, windowing fixes were usually designed to work for many decades. This was thought acceptable, as older legacy systems tend to eventually get replaced by newer technology, and the people that did this fix wouldn't be alive when the next ones would have to deal with it. Date compression. Dates can be compressed into binary 14-bit numbers. This also allows retention of data structure alignment using an integer value for years. Such a scheme is capable of representing 16,384 different years. The exact scheme varies by the selection of epoch. Data repartitioning. In legacy databases whose size could not be economically changed, 6-digit year, month, day codes were converted to 3-digit years, with 1999 represented as 099 and 2001 represented as 101, etc. The 3-digit days or ordinal date in year. Only input and output instructions for date fields had to be modified, but most other date operations and whole record operations required no change. This delays the eventual rollover problem to the end of the year 2899. Software kits. Software kits such as those listed in CNN's.com's top 10 Y2K fixes for your PC, most free, which was topped by the $50 Millennium Bug Kit. Did they work? Real-time clock upgrades. One unique solution found prominence. I'm sorry, who the fuck wrote this one? Fucking what the fucking tone shift in this one compared to the rest of the article? Who the fuck fucking some cloaked one of the deacons of the deep came in and just one unique solution found prominence, while other fixes worked at the BIOS level as TSRs, terminate and stay resident, intercepting BIOS calls. Y2000 RTC was the only product that worked as a device driver and replaced the functionality of the faulty RTC with a compliant equivalent. This driver was rolled out in the years before the 1999-2000 deadline onto millions of PCs. The Y2K update. Okay, all right. This paragraph brought to you by the real-time clock upgrade developer. Bridge programs. Date servers where call statements are used to access, add, or update date fields. Okay. So why is it that some places that didn't bother implementing the solutions, why were they fine if this was such a big problem? Like the computers just like they didn't have to communicate all that well, or they just figured it out, it just went through or something? Huh. They were just built different? Okay. How many monocoins should it cost to redeem me to read most of a Wikipedia article? That was fun, I enjoyed that. What are we doing again? Oh man, my eyes kind of hurt. Thank you, 003D, for the bits. Hello, Mr. Anderson. It is I, Santa, and I would personally like to greet you with a nice hi ho ho hor. Hi ho ho hor. Thank you, 003D. Thank you, Yaki Baki, for the 7 months. Mary Chrysler, Joe, enjoying the Persona 4 2 streams. It is very Persona. It really is very Persona. Thank you, Yaki Baki. From the nominees, thank you, Mono Tudo, for the resub 2 for 15 months. Happy Christmas, everybody. See ya. Happy Christmas. Very British. Happy Christmas. Merry Christmas. And thank you, Neandra, again for the gift subs. The solution to your store computer showing the wrong time is most of the time to just tell the other employees that the clock is wrong and not to worry about it. That's true. That's true. Just like that black hole that's going to Super Earth in Helldivers. Microsoft went from Windows 8 straight to 10 for similar reason. There would have been a lot of software compatibility issues where a program could think the OS running is Windows 95, 98 and refuse to work. Oh, that's why they went to 8 to 10. I think I actually heard that before. Is that true?
Maybe the world will end in the year 2000. We'll all die, and our souls will float up into the soul space.
Could you imagine?
I could, but I didn't like it.
Do you really think Y2K could have something to do with Sammy's disappearance?
No. Why?
No, I mean, that's a computer problem, right?
Yeah, why would that have anything to do with some girl getting sucked through an elevator by Soul Survivor ghosts?
But then again, the world does feel like it's falling apart. All that war and whatnot overseas.
What wars?
Oh, there are a few, like the insurgency in Ogaden, Nepalese Civil War, Republic of the Congo Civil War, Kosovo War, Eritrean-Ethiopian War, Sierra Leone Civil War, and the war for our minds fought every day in the newspapers.
Rory, what the fuck, man?
I had no idea there were so many wars happening. What are they fighting over?
Probably over the right to have more wars.
True.
Isn't that what war is usually about? War for war's sake?
So uninformed. Jeez, I used to read the newspaper in college, but all I read is Honest in 1999.
Okay, you've been back in town for just a couple weeks. If you did read the newspaper all the time, I'm pretty sure you know about all this shit.
Okay, enough of this depressing chatter. Shall we proceed to the record shop?
Shall we shall?
Let us shall.
Which Y2K solution is your favorite, chat? I think that the one that made the dates 4 digits is the best one. It's the cleanest, it made the most sense. It was the hardest one to do apparently, but I think that was the best one. Welcome to the Burger Giant. 64-bit Unix time? Really? You're a Unix head? I foresee Chan's representing the Y2K solutions. Oh, imagine 4-digit Chan. Oh man. Oh man. We know her measurements. Is this game's writing good or bad? Neither. I would actually say it's mid. Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry, but the record is in another record shop.
Hey man, do you have this record? It's called Mystical Ultima LP Legend.
Did you check the racks? What we have is what we have.
Oh, yeah, I did. Can you look in your computer or something?
Fine. Give me a minute.
Bangs aimlessly on the keyboard.
No, we don't have it. We have another store nearby. They'll probably have it. They have more of a selection.
Okay, thanks.
If you wait for the bus outside, the first stop is our flagship store. Only a 15-minute ride.
Okay, same selection as the other ones, I think.
As we rode along the highway, I felt a sudden fondness for Rory and Michael.
What? I can't believe this game is voice acted. Yeah, I can't believe it either. I really thought I would have to read the whole thing out.
There was something fun about our little quest for this record. Far from my mind were the things that brought me here. Sammy's disappearance, the entities, Bella, she was probably still mad at me, fuming away at her arcade, taking out her anger at me on unsuspecting tweens.
There's an echo? Oh, in his voice, yeah. Okay, sorry. I thought maybe I duplicated the audio.
I wondered why she didn't want us to find the record. I wondered if she had some bad memories associated with it, or if there was something about entities that I didn't know yet.
Man, if only we could ask her and then she would just answer a straightforward question about the supernatural shit that's going around that we don't understand, that is obviously going to make anyone curious and seek it out, and no amount of no, don't do it is going to stop them.
My mind turned to Y2K. Could the world really end this year? You asked me 6 months ago. I'd have laughed at you. But now that I've seen so much strangeness, I could honestly say that stranger things have happened.
Stranger Thing. Sports. Okay. Close up of a man, so it wasn't sexist. That's great. All right. Flagtown. Is the record store gonna have like a big sale, like a ship? Is this his flagship store? Okay, I hate everything about Flagtown. Okay, I'm going back to Flagtown. Who's excited for Christmas tomorrow, chat? What are you hoping to get? Necklace guy. This is your first time in Flagtown? We've got some great amenities. There's a beach, 4 docks, a little garden, and a rad record store. Be sure to check that out. It's the biggest one in the state. A job, says first time chatter? You're hoping to get a job on Christmas? Why is it so hot here? Okay, bunch of stop signs. This is a weird town. I'm definitely not getting more 3D printing gear. Definitely not a hobby that endlessly makes you want just one more thing. I'm actually kind of afraid against that, even though it looks really cool. Remember when 2012 was going to end with all the continental plates flipping or whatever? Jamie pulled up that documentary by Roland Emmerich. But Baldur, that happened. Don't you remember? It was bad. Oh, it really is bigger. Wow.
Hey man, I'm looking for this record. You've probably never heard of it. It's called Mystical Ultima LP Legend. I have the jacket, but I'm missing the record.
Do you come from the internet? Are you from Onism 1999?
What? Yeah, I mean, I go on there, but how did you know?
What is this shirt?
I'm guessing it wasn't you who posted that, was it? Haven't you checked the forums today? Somebody posted a photo of this record jacket, and they've been asking people if they have a copy.
Wait, what?
They said it had something to do with Semi Park's disappearance.
How do you know about Semi?
I go on the forum too, obviously.
Yeah, dumbass.
Yeah, I've been following Semi's story for a while. But aren't you the guy who posted the photos of her last known location?
I am, but wow, it's just, I had no idea anyone around here even knew about Semi. I'm just shocked.
Nice to meet you, man. I'm Claudio.
I'm Alex. This is Michael. He's the one who took the photos. And this guy here is Rory. He also works on Onism.
Alright, great. So you're looking for Mystical LP, huh? Well, sorry, we don't got it. But I do know where you can get it. It's gonna sound a bit odd. Hell, you know what? I'll come with you. I own this stupid place. I can take a break whenever I want.
Nice.
Yeah, we're down. Where do we go?
So Claudio is a party member?
There's this old guy. He's on a mountain south of here. He's a real chill guy, a bit out there, but he's got the biggest record collection on the East Coast. He's bound to have it.
Oh.
Let me just grab my sister.
So you don't really know.
Hey, Chandra! Come here a minute!
What's up, Claudio?
I'm gonna run the marks for a bit. Do you want to come with us?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get James to watch the front.
So, how do we get there?
It's a bit of a hike, but it's a nice walk. Head to the mountain south of here. He has a little cottage on top. Can't miss it.
Claudia's joined your party. Chandra has joined your party. Wait, hold on. What? You can have 5 people in the party? Oh, you can have 8 people in the party. Are they all gonna fight? Welcome. They're level 15. Is that a blizzard flag? What the fuck? I got to go. Take care, everyone. Have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas, Highlander 360. Hope you also have a great Christmas. You're the one from the intro. My boyfriend went to get a beach ball over an hour ago. I wonder where he's gotten off to. If you see him, let him know I'm busy. Oh wait, that won't work. You have no idea what he looks like. It's so true. Surfer Joe. It's Surfer Joe! Oh, I'm a surfer now. I'm Surfer Joe. I used to be a surfer. That is, before the accident. I was walking down my stairs and I tripped. I fall directly onto my board and cracked it in half. Maybe one day I'll be rich enough to buy a new one. Until then, I just sit here looking longingly at the sea. Okay. Burger Guy, welcome to YIIK. I'm good. Internet cafe? Why are there so many locations? Heal thyself. Internet. What will you do? Log on to computer. Check Onisum. Mysterious haunting in a southern cave. Superb pudding. Greetings from Mount Town, Onisum. Rumors have been going around that out there is a ghost haunting a nearby cave. I've been thinking of checking it out and seeing what the deal is. Chrono Crossed. Was Chrono Cross out in 1999? I've also heard this room. When did it come out? Maybe it was by then? I thought it came out a little later than that. I've also heard this rumor about the Mount Town cave. Apparently it's a girl in her 20s with long black hair, pale skin, I guess because she's dead, and glasses. Any chances it's Elevator Girl? November 18th, 1999. Okay, so it's not out yet in this universe, but it's probably like, you know, announced and everything. Maybe that's why. Veriformer. This is the first I'm hearing of this. Has anyone gone to see if they could find the ghost? If you do, please confirm the appearance of the ghost or upload some photos. I'll try and get out there this weekend, but I'm stuck inside studying for the SATs all week. I personally checked out the cave, and guys, it's fucking fantastic. Elevator Girl is there. She's the ghost. We spoke. I got some interesting details about her death and the star creatures. I'll upload them once I get a chance to get the .wav onto the Onisum server. Veriformer, when will you fix the upload protocol? The UI is absolute bullshit. I was impossible dry, and it was indeed the ghost of Semi-Pack. Tragic, really. Heart Strand. Everyone here seems convinced of Semi-Pack, but I'd like to propose an alternate theory. I made a terrible, terrible mistake. In 1995, my sister Leanna committed suicide. Again, with sisters committing suicide. What the fuck? Why are so many sisters committing suicide? It was over this total wastoid Shane G. Irving, you know the type, typical 80s reject heartthrob, and villain of any John Hughes movie. Shane G. Irving led Leanna on for months. He never cared for her, never. When she saw him with another girl, it broke her heart. She felt like she needed to get him back. My mom, not really understanding that he was a complete scrub, suggested that she make him a mixtape. I, personally, insisted that she cancel her subscription and get over her issue. But I was her younger brother, and what did I know about love? Anyway, long story short, she did. And when crossing the street to his workplace, she was hit by a car. From what I hear, he saw her get hit, and he just kept on walking with another girl in his arm. She was shouting his name too. Shane G. Irving. Shane G. Irving. Shane G. Irving. Screeching brakes thud, her head hit the pavement. When we went to identify her, they gave us her possessions. Among them was the mixtape. I put it in my tape deck, and I felt a strange presence. Very, very, very strange. It was her. Leanna was in the tape. I could feel it. So every night, I would put on the shitty mixtape and listen to songs that I would have never listened to and talk to my sister spirit. Last week, I went to college, Get a phone call. Mom tells me that she had a garage sale and sold my old tape deck. They had gotten me a new one for college. Only thing is, Leanna's mixtape was in that old tape deck, so somewhere out there, Leanna's spirit is in the possession of whoever bought the mixtape. I've been hearing some strange things. There is a cave north of my school, and people say there is a ghost there of a teenage girl there. I could be wrong, but there is a possibility it is Leanna. I know this sounds stupid, but from what I hear, there is a former rockstar record collector who lives near that cave. People always try and visit him, but being an eccentric metal god, he's created this elaborate obstacle course thing you need to go through to get to his house. People always try and bring him their music and give up halfway through. So I'm thinking someone bought the tape deck, tried to bring their music to this music legend, and stopped to play some music, and Leanna came out. I don't know, no idea. Anyway, I'm requesting one of two things. Pick me up at Eastern U, or go and get the tape and bring it to me. I'll do literally anything you ask if you manage to get back Leanna's mixtape. Thank you. Okay, where's the post on Onisum about the record sleeve? It's not here, right? Oh god, the flashing. Mount Town. Yeah, this is where we're supposed to go, right? Mount Town? Easton University. Work smart, not hard. I like to save here before a big test in case I don't do well. Oh, okay. Cool guy. I'm a cool guy. I've got a girlfriend. It's me. I'm the girlfriend. Hot college student. I have a boyfriend. Go away. Get bent, bozo. Seriously, leave me alone. Wow, okay. Holy shit. Sad guy. Okay, that was a waste of time. Oh, it's KNN. Why is the road blue here? A sex shop? This is very foresight. Distraught journalist. There have been a lot of internet detectives coming around here ever since our new hire vanished. We miss her, but why can't you just let us move on with our lives? We have no control over it. No way you're getting in here while I'm here. Only way I'd leave my post is if the world was literally ending. Okay, so we're gonna come here after Y2K. Alright. This is a really weird location. Okay. I'm kind of digging it. That was interesting. It was Mount Town we have to go to, right? And we have to get to the top of the mountains up there, or is it somewhere else we need to go? Is that where we were before, or... Mall? How many fucking locations are in this game? Baptist Shellfish. Critical shopper. I hate how little stores there are for men. You've got 5,000 square feet of women's clothing and 500 of men's. Sexist. Finally, a game that's sexist against men instead of women. Red shoe. Handsome teenager. Your face is character. Mine does too, only a much more attractive character. I'd be leading man, and you'd be, well, maybe the school nerd? Doesn't matter, because I'm nice and we'd be friends. Oh, that's nice. It's good. Oh, it's quirky. Fill that void in your life with stuff. Our stuff. Sale ends today. Oh, man, I love stuff. I love stuff. Some bits from Mediocrities 86. Hey, Joe, I'm signing off, but hope everyone has a good holiday and that you make a few good memories. Cheers. Thanks, Mediocrities. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a good holiday. Thanks for stopping by. Anyone going to bed early tonight because of Christmas? Thank you to Loner Archon as well for the 64 months. Holy shit. That's a lot of months. Okay, I'm leaving. This is too much. Can I go upstairs? Why are they both going down? Holy fuck. I'm staying up late because it's Christmas, but then Santa Claus won't come. When I was a kid, I could never fall asleep on Christmas. Yep, that was my experience too, laddie. Yeah. I remember being unable to sleep at Christmas when I was a child. I just desperately wanted to sleep, so it'd be Christmas, but I'd lay awake for hours, too excited. Yep, that's how I was too. Too much hype and aura. Oh, does blue mean you can walk on it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Another internet cafe. Mount Town. Chandra says, what are all these people doing here? Usually it's so quiet here. Any ideas, Claudio? Well, there may or may not have been a post on Honestum about a ghost sighting nearby. Oh yeah, I saw that. Some people said the ghost of Sammy Pack was haunting the cave nearby. Sammy? I really doubt it's her. One of the commenters on the post said it was his sister who was haunting a cassette tape or something. Personally, if you want the details, I just check Honestum. I already did. You can check it out. If it's Sammy, I need to know. So, okay, let's take a look. We'll have to go through the cave if we want to see Mark anyway, so it's on the way. Awesome, we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh my god, the fucking knock effect was like in my brain. Oh, holy shit. What the fuck? That kind of scared me. Oh man, I don't know if that came through the stream, sorry. Sorry, man, what? Why are you knocking? Please go away. I've been up all night. The crazy rock star at the top of the mountain plays guitar into the wee hours of the night. The sweeping arpeggios and wild pinch harmonics are so brutal, I can't sleep from all the headbanging I'm doing. Alright, actually funny, well done. For sale, a tent? Arc reference arpeggio? I know, right? The worst gun in the game. Ghost enthusiast, this is why do you have Ghostbuster Proton packs? This is our 50th outing as a ghost hunting club. No, we've never found a ghost before. But I've got a good feeling about this time. I'm not getting any readings over here, but my gut tells me I'm close. I'll find this ghost if it's the last thing I do. People say there has been a ghost sighting around here. If anyone can find it, it's my team. Should we get some crack? Nah, we don't need. This is so Star Tropics. Can we climb the vines? Nope. Oh. Okay. So the ghost guys are looking in the wrong place. Southern Cave. Was Star Tropics the game with a secret code on a paper you have to dip in water? Yes. So if you rented the game legitimately, you weren't able to finish it. Game is fucking hard. It is pretty hard, yeah. I really like that game. It's one of my favorite songs as a kid. Okay. If only I could get across this bridge, then I'd be able to find the ghost. Amateur. There must be some sort of trick. What will you do? Here we go, best dungeon. Stay strong, Joe. Uh-oh. Time to play Undertale instead? It is kind of Undertale, isn't it? Did this game come out after Undertale? 2019? Yeah, way after Undertale. Okay. Why can't I... Huh? What? Why is the thing not showing up? Hide the UI? Oh, I hit tab earlier. Okay, I see. Fashionable occultist. It's not a skirt, it's a skirt. What's the difference between a skirt and a skirt? Oh, we found spaghetti! Holy. Oh. What the fuck was the point of that? Okay, open the path. Alright, never mind. Yay, combat! Oh, alright, they're going batshit. What's the plan for a 1.5? I wasn't sure if Mouse was planning on doing the whole thing or if it was a zooted whim. I don't think that she committed to doing the whole thing, but we will probably do enough of it to see. And I might finish it on my stream then. We'll see how it goes. Oh, fuck. Fuck that up. Oh man, my fingers are still on the slow-mo part of the keyboard. And yeah, okay. Wish I could use a controller. He has a sword?
Claudio!
Bushido. Wave the warrior, move fast and unleash hidden skills. Okay, let's attack. Hold K to move, release in the zone. Dodge. Too slow. Too slow. Do all enemies level with you, or is it just the ones that are out in the world? Hit me with a Michael.
Michael.
Fucking Michael.
Trick shot.
Good.
It's kind of crazy how the main character has the worst minigame.
Michael!
This is an old build, did not update the battle system in the game in general. Yes, this is the 1.03 version of the game. We intentionally found an older version to see what it was like. Can we play as Claudio now? Too slow. Alright, can I get Chandra on the party instead of Rory so we have more damage or no? Oh, there's the hints. You can change mid-battle? Is that the only way to change? Order on status. The last of the Uncritch twins and a Holler of the Hoop. Oh, Hula Hoop. Petitioner of Aikido and a master of the hacky sack. Quiet boy with a troubled past. An old friend from high school, he's as smart as he looks. Oh, so he's stupid. Okay. Order on status. Okay. I don't see it. You have to swap in fights? Okay. Fair enough. Oh, shit. Avoid the pink toxic waste. Walking it will cause damage to your entire party. If walking through is unavoidable, make sure to heal your party. Okay. There's no way it's going to be unavoidable, right? There's no they would do that. It's got to always be avoidable, right? If you hover on status, you saw a text telling you how to order the party. Use stats of a party member, order I. Nope. Right, okay, so you have to do that and then you go in there. Okay, cool. A little confusing, but we got there. Work's been slow lately, so I've been checking Honest for ghost sightings. If you see one, give me a call. Who are you gonna call? Getting some big Donkey Kong Bonanza vibes right now with this pink stuff around. We're due for second break, but we also have to end a little early today, so I don't know if we want to end now. Until we get into this dungeon. Is this a long dungeon or no? It's a very long dungeon. Okay, let's get this item done and then we'll go back and we'll get to save point. Ending a little sooner today because it's Christmas Eve. Sorry. Hope that's okay. We got some Yiiking though. All right, what are your skills? Oh, look at her go. God damn. Spread item effect across party. Devil Stance. Do heavy damage with basic attack to target, but at the cost of HP, PP, and a member of the party. Do heavy damage with basic attack, but at the cost of some HP. Do moderate damage with basic attack, but at the cost of some PP. And Hula Stance, do light damage with basic attack without sacrificing HP or PP. Do we start off in a stance already or no? Seems like Hula Stance is the default one. Does it say what stance she's in? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. That was terrible.
Trick shot. Huh.
Good.
Terrible at YIIK. Terrible. Why would you like waste time showing that Claudio is targeting all the guys? Just just let the attack go through. All right, I'm ready. Okay. That was too late, really? All right, her one's kind of hard. Do 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 do. Okay, dungeon key. All right, so we have to come down here. Okay. Did I pick it up already? Oh, okay. Exhausted ghost hunter. I came here to find the ghost of Sammy Pak. All I found was this Charlie horse. Oh, I hate Charlie horses. No one told me going outside would be so much work. Sometimes I get them in my feet. If I stretch in the wrong way while I'm in bed, I fucking hate them. Any breakable walls in this game, by the way, chat? Excited girl, all this ghost hunting is really revived the spark in our relationship. Are you a ghost? Oh, gee, Scoop. Okay, where's the safe place? Lazy Swayze, when I finally find her spirit, I'll say, I love you, Semi, I've always loved you. She'll smile and say ditto. But first, I'm going to take a second to catch my breath. Oh man, he's literally Alex. What is a Charlie horse cramp? Yeah, like a very intense cramp, usually in your calf. Can we try Claudio's skill? Yeah, sure.
LP toss.
Right.
Why didn't it hit that one? It missed? Oh shit. Alex is in need of some PP. He's also in need of some HP. I feel like investing in strength in him did jack shit. I feel like strength doesn't even buff his attacks at all. Okay, that's just Alex's with extra steps. Wow. With the defend, it only did 6? Oh, sorry, it still did 6? Okay, move fast and unleash a hidden skill. Okay, here we go. Sorry, what was I meant to do? Joe Dumb? Press in the direction of the arrow and then a new arrow shows up. I didn't even see an arrow, sorry. Oh, I hit fucking apostrophe instead of L. My bad. My L. Oh, that wasn't in? Fuck. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's the way. Okay. Dark Souls, I was just thinking, what? This is the way? Can Yeekman die from the pink? No. My retinas, true. Very true. Very true. Alright. That's it for me today. Sorry for the late start and the early end. I was doing Christmas shopping. I did get everything done though, and it is Christmas Eve. I'm gonna go take a shower and I'm gonna go hang out with my kids. And it's Christmas tomorrow, so I probably won't stream, but if for whatever reason I'm still like awake at night after seeing the kids, when I get back, I might fire up the stream and hang out for a bit, but you know, don't plan for it. Obviously, you should never really plan for streams, but like, yeah, I might be around tomorrow night, but it's definitely not going to be during the regular time, and it's definitely not going to be 50 gift subs. Holy crap! It's definitely not going to be YIIK. It'll probably, if anything, continuing, it'll probably be Hades 2, but it might be some other game. We'll see. 50 gift subs. Thank you so much, Lona Archon. Merry Christmas. Christmas Miracle, says Taste Buds. Is there anyone from the community live that we can raid, or are they all Christmasing? Henry? Oh, I'm Henry. I just got a gift sub. I'm subbed, Henry, now. RT game? RT game. Please let RT game know that I am unironically streaming YIIK. Have a great Christmas. Thanks, Merrick. Have a great Christmas as well. Dude, 420 uptime. Ending on the 420. Oh, dude. Merry Christmas, everyone. Thank you again, Lona Archon. Oh, heart and hugs. Heart and hugs. Salt and Sanctuary. Big stretch. Oh. All right. Hopefully the stream was a bit more watchable. I was trying to keep the energy up during the RPG combat parts, but I am somewhat tired today. A different kind of tired though. It was okay. I enjoyed reading Wikipedia. Anyway, so everyone, pushing right through. Merry Christmas. Might see you tomorrow. Might see you on Friday. And Merry Christmas. Anyone is still around or is watching on the VOD? Can't raid if you're not live.